There we go. What's going on, guys? I am Dr. Delay, and we've got a baseball game for you. I'm not going to tell you it's a good one because the Pirates are playing, but we got the Reds taking on the Pittsburgh Pirates in Game 1 of this rivalry series. The Pirates have just been pathetic this year, and quite frankly, I don't even know why I'm even doing any more Pirates games, but we're going to just continue on doing them for now. We might have to just make it a MLB channel instead of just primarily a Pirates thing, which that was the goal, but I still wanted to show off the Pirates because I don't really think there's many people doing the Pirates. But as you can look right there, there's your lovable Pirates at 15 and 32. You have, of course, I'll take the Pirates tonight and watch the game with you. Oh, okay. Thank you, Philip. You're a lot more optimistic than I am. I can tell you that. I'm done with the Pirates, but obviously I'm still going to watch them. But thank you for stopping by, Philip. Cubs obviously leading the division here. I don't know if I can show you that. There we go. Cubs at 28-29. Cardinals 26-21. Reds 24-24. 22 and 25 are the Brewers, and the Pirates at 15 and 32. Just a pathetic start. Pitching isn't exactly the greatest. I mean, they're doing okay. You look at the division. I mean, obviously the Cubs are leading the division, have only allowed 3 less runs, but the Pirates' offense only 141. Worse offense than the Rockies, which is, saying something considering the Rockies are 8 and 38. Salute to you, bro. I'm from Pittsburgh and glad to see someone cover them. Well, I've been here for a little bit, but I'm not going to lie, man. I am experiencing some Pirates fatigue, but still going to do it just for now. If they continue to lose, I don't know. I might just have to do random games, which, I mean, that's the goal, is to do random games. I don't want to just be a Pirates guy, but it is painful just seeing them lose pathetically like every time I feel like I cover them. I'm actually going to have to look at my record when I cover them, the Pirates record. That'll be interesting. But to continue on here, the NL East, the Mets 29 and 28, the Phillies 28 and 18, or 29-18, pardon me, 28-18, 24 and 23 are the Braves, 21 and 27 are the Nationals, Miami Marlins 18. We're doing worse than the Marlins, 18 and 27. Just again, not good. Keller can be solid at home and plays the Reds tough. Yeah, no, that is true. I mean, I don't know. It's just with the Reds, I don't know. They're okay. It's just, again, last few years we've actually been able to beat the Reds pretty well, but I don't know. Again, I just don't have any confidence anymore. We can't score runs. It's just a very frustrating part. In the NL West, the Dodgers 29 and 18, Padres 27 and 18, Giants 28 and 19, Diamondbacks 25 and 22. And the Rockies, of course, 8 and 38. It's weird. I just don't think we're that far away. Obviously, it is pretty drastic. I mean, look at the win percentage, 174 to ours, which is 319, but it just doesn't feel that way. It doesn't feel like we're that far away from the Rockies. AL East, did I say the AL East? Okay, no, I did not. Yankees 27 and 19, Red Sox 23 and 25, Blue Jays 22 and 24, Rays 21 and 25, Orioles 15 and 30. And in the AL Central, the Tigers 31 and 16, just again playing very well. The Twins 26 and 21, Guardians 25 and 21, Royals 26 and 22, White Sox 14 and 33. And then in the AL West, the Mariners 26 and 19, Astros 24 and 22, Rangers 25 and 23, Athletics 22 and 25, and the Angels, I already forgot it, 20 and 25. Skeens pitched. Yeah, no, he heck of a game, just a no type of support. He's pitching to get out of town. Yeah, I mean, it's looking like it, man. It's looking like, he's a competitive guy. He's not going to want to stay on a team that is just pathetic, and it's a shame. It really is. The Pirates get these players, and they play well. We lose, and we got to trade them away for some more future Paul Skeens if we're lucky. Obviously, it's very hard to develop, especially if you're the Pirates. The Dodgers can do it. These other organizations can develop pretty well, but we can't. So, starting pitching since May 8th, the Pirates with a 1.95 ERA. I mean, just the starting pitching is doing well. The bullpen, not that great, and the offense is pathetic. So, what can you do? I don't know if there's any Tommy Pham fans here, but he's starting in left today, so I know that's going to make a lot of Pirates fans pretty happy. So this game is on FS1. That is actually the main reason I'm doing it. Just in case you didn't have it, I got you covered. Again, I do a bunch of random games, not just Pirates games, but for the most part it is Pirates. Let me go ahead and show you guys that real quick, as this game is yet to go underway. I thought it would. Just in case you're a Reds fan, hey, I do other games. I did Pirates. Well, obviously a lot of Pirates, but there are some times where I'll do it. Just showing that off real quick, as first pitch is going to be outside for ball one. So Friedel is batting .265 for the Reds. OPS of .731. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be upstairs, ball two. Friedel batting .265, 3 home runs, 17 RBIs for the Reds this season. That's going to be in there for a called strike right down the middle. 2-1 count. Also, don't hesitate. Again, I do appreciate the comments right off the bat. Don't hesitate to comment, talk about whatever you like. Here's the 2-1. That's going to be outside for strike two, as that's a very favorable call. 2-2 count to TJ Friedel. I believe he's from Pittsburgh, if I recall. Maybe I'm wrong. Here's the 2-2. That's going to be in the dirt for ball three. This game on FS1, so I guess Fox really wanted this one. It probably was decided way earlier probably before the season started. Here's the 3-2. That's going to be a ground ball to first. Nice snag there. Solak tosses to Keller for out number one. So one away here for the Reds. And that's going to bring up Espinal. Again, I apologize if I butchered the names. It's actually my first time doing the Reds this year, covering a Reds game. Espinal, okay. Batting .279, OPS of .657. No home runs, 10 RBIs on the year to go along with those stats. But yeah, hopefully, I don't know. If I'm Paul, I am honestly asking for a trade. Here's the first pitch. That's going to be high and inside for ball one. You could probably get a big haul from him. I'm not saying I want to do that again. I mean, you don't trade away your stars. You shouldn't, but it's just how it goes, I guess. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Again, the Pirates just not doing what we thought they would. I guess the signs were there, not really being aggressive in free agency. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be in there as well for strike two. Mitch Keller. Opponent slugging versus right-handed batters. .224. Really good. That's going to be a ground ball to short. Sliding. Throws to first. And did he get him? He did. For out number two. Nice play by IKF. Throws a little wild. Solak had to step off the bag, but quickly stepping right back on it for out number two. Very nice there. And that's going to bring up the... you could say Red superstar, everyone talks about him. He's got the power, he's got the speed. Batting .246, OPS of .723 is Ellie De La Cruz. Here's the pitch. That's a swing and a miss. Strike one on the sweeping curveball. Very big swing. It's odd not hearing Greg Brown in my ear. Here's the 1. That's going to be down low for ball one. 8 home runs and 31 RBIs to go along with that 246 batting average. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside. Ball 2. Phillip. The Pirates can turn it around. It's early. Just need to get the bats going. Man, I wish I was as optimistic as you, Phillip. You know, I don't know. It's 15-32 is pretty big. 2-1 is going to be outside. Ball 3. Tickets are low at $10. People go to the game, including me, for the sights and sounds. People barely pay attention to the games. Yeah, no, I'm actually going to Pennsylvania in July, thinking about it because I know it'll be cheap. As that one's in the dirt. Ball 4. I've never been to the Pirates game. I was born in the eastern side of the state by Philadelphia. Thinking about making that trip while I'm up there. First time, it would be the first time I go to Pittsburgh. And yeah, I imagine the tickets would be pretty cheap. So Dela Cruz walks, and that's going to bring up Hayes. Again, I do apologize. You're a Reds fan coming in here. Again, you feel free to feel welcome. I'm not going to hate on you guys. You guys are, you know, way better than us. So that one's going to be high for ball 1. Don't walk Dela Cruz, or it's a triple. Yeah, he is a threat on the base paths. I think he's chilling. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for strike 1. Hayes batting .313, OPS of .953, so obviously hitting the ball well this year. Again, I do apologize. My baseball knowledge isn't elite, so I'm not going to recognize some of these names. NFL is more my thing. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be low for ball 2. But obviously, to pass the time during, the off season, you got to do something. So this is what I'm doing. I'm doing baseball. I do enjoy baseball. It is unfortunate when your team is 15-32 as there's a pickoff attempt, but that wasn't really a threat. Ellie Dela Cruz, 16 stolen bases this year. 2-1 count. Keller from the stretch hits. This one is hit down the left field line, and that's going to get down. Cruz is rounding third, and he is heading home. Throw home. He's safe. Hayes goes to third. So just like that, the Reds take a 1-0 lead, and you still have a runner in scoring position. Ball caught a lot of the plate. Down the left field line. Pham, again, not exactly the fastest guy in the world. He's just... That throw is probably a little more accurate. May have gotten him, but still. Definitely will enjoy yourself. Top 3 park in the league. My advice, go on fireworks night. It's incredible. Okay. I do look forward to it. Again, it always looks beautiful with just how it, the background and the ballpark itself. Just wish the team would be half as neat as the ballpark, as that one is outside ball 1. This is Gavin Lux, former Dodger, batting .291, OPS of .778. Here's the 1-0, and that one's going to be chopped foul. I will definitely go to at least one Reading Phillies game. That's about the area where I was born at and lived at for my grandparents are. That's who I'm going to visit. So I'll definitely go to one of those. Pittsburgh, it's like, if everything works out, I will. Here is the 1-1, as this one is fouled back. Killer. Keller's all over the place. Yeah, it would be cool if the team was as neat as the ballpark. Yeah, it would be so good. Yeah, Pittsburgh would be one of the best teams every year if they were, as good as the ballpark. Yeah, Keller can be a little bit wild. I think this is just one of those nights. Here's the 1-2 in the dirt, ball 2. Keller has always seemed like a guy that is just so close to being like a really solid pitcher, and he's a good pitcher for the most part in the major leagues, but just never quite can string it together. These starts. That one is going to be outside ball 3. 3-2 count. Just always has this terrible outing, and that kind of stretches for a few days. Then he'll go and look really good, and then, yeah, it just pretty much averages out to about a 4 ERA. That's usually where he's at. Here's the 3-2. This one's going to be fouled back. Keller at 25 pitches. Again, this game on FS1, honestly, the only reason why I'm doing this is because of that. I was actually thinking about doing another baseball game later. Here's the 3-2. That's going to be in there. Strike 3. Very nice break to that curveball. As we head to the bottom of the first, the Reds already up 1-0. And I don't think there's many other games going on now, so Marlins already up 2-0 on the Cubs. In the bottom of the first, Mets, Red Sox 0-0. And that is it. That's literally it. Again, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. If you're a depressed Pirates fan, hit that subscribe button. Even if you're a Reds fan, if you're probably a Bengals fan, and I do plan on doing football later down the road, obviously whenever it's NFL season, college football as well. So if you're a Bearcat, Pittsburgh Panther fan, whatever, you know, I try to mix it up. I do obviously mostly Pirates games, but I have done other games as well. I do need to circle back and do a few more. I've done some Diamondback games. I've done those. Done, I believe, 2 Cubs games, 4 Mets games for some reason. No idea why. It just works out that way. I know I need to do another Red Sox game. I do. I owe you one, Philip. So I believe you're the Red Sox fan, if I recall. So I'm gonna get around to it. I promise. Would be cool. Well, thanks for broadcast. Yeah, you're well. Hey, it's no problem. Nice pitch. Thanks for doing the game. I don't have FS1. Yeah, again, that was literally. This was honestly the fact that it was early. So that means I get off a little bit earlier from this and kind of wind down for the evening. And then it was on FS1. I'm thinking, well, people don't. Not a lot of people have it. It's not exactly a regular channel. So that is those 2 factors were it. The other game probably would have been Mariners. I haven't done them in a while either, and I need to do a Mariners game. As well, because I mean I got to keep up with the promises of, you know, double dipping into the games that I've done and getting the subscribers from those games. It's really cool. You know, I definitely gotta do a Red Sox game very soon. How would you feel about Skeens starting for us in the World Baseball Classic? Ooh, I mean, honestly, I wouldn't be against that at all. I think it's great. I think the World Baseball Classic is really cool. Like I'm a soccer fan, so I love the World Cup. I think that's always neat. But no, I would start Skeens. I mean, he's really great. I mean, he probably would be, you know, he wouldn't have a loss if he were on another team, as that one's going to be in there for a called strike. Probably the Rockies, he would have some losses. But I'm just saying, if he was on a decent team, I mean, if he were on the Reds, they would probably be 3 or 4 games above 500, as that one's going to be low for ball 1, 1-1 count. Double header? No, I don't think I could do that. I should, but I'm probably not going to be able to do that. 1-1 count. That's going to be hit down the left field line, but that one is going to be foul. I need to look at tomorrow's evening slate. It's probably the same as it is now. I know there's some teams off, so there will be a few more games. Just give me a sec. I don't know, I might be playing. I need to lose some weight. I have lost almost 20 pounds in the last month. I'm really happy with it, but I still need to keep it going as I'm starting to plateau. So I'm probably going to play tennis tomorrow. Maybe I might have a late game tomorrow if I do one. Here's the 1-2. That's going to be outside ball 2. Yeah, I might have to do. Yeah, I don't know what I'll do tomorrow. We'll see. Probably going to have to be a later game. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Brian Hayes going down on strikes. And that's going to bring up Andrew McCutchen. Batting .248, OPS of 716 tomorrow. Looking like, because again, I'll be playing tennis. Probably either Angels Athletics or D-backs Dodgers. Probably D-backs Dodgers, honestly. All right, here is McCutchen. Again, batting .248. OPS of 716. That one's low for a called strike. Yankees and the Rangers. I'll be paying attention tomorrow. DeGrom on the mound. DeGrom's always a pleasure to watch whenever he's actually pitching. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be outside ball one. Obviously a very injured guy. Always unfortunate. 23 consecutive games for the Pirates, scoring 4 runs or fewer. It's a franchise record. They're 6-17 in those games. McCutchen rips this one foul. 4 runs or fewer in the last 23 games. That's actually insane. Firing the manager. Obviously, if you're a Pirates fan, you probably didn't like him, but I think we all knew. Here's the 1-2. That's going to be outside ball 2. That really wasn't going to do anything about the talent or the lack of talent on the team. So it's it was just kind of a feel-good fire, which is kind of weird to say. Here's the 2-2. Did he go? And he did try to hold it up, but he could not on the check swing, so that's a strikeout. Offense this year tied for last in average, which is wild to think about. We're last in RBIs, runs, and OPS. And that's going to bring up Brian Reynolds. Again, he's been struggling as of late. Like, just pretty much the whole time. He usually heats up in June. Hopefully that does happen again, as that one's going to be outside for strike 1. I bet the under on that stat alone. Yeah, I would bet the under. I don't know. They're probably making the unders for Pirates runs like 2.5 now. That's going to be a chopper. That's going to be a slow roller to third. So Reynolds is going to get on here in the first. Hey, that's got to get on somehow. Little chopper, missed it pretty much completely, but the third baseman was playing really deep. Reynolds apparently went 2 for 45 during that huge slump. But man, you got to feel for him. He's smiling though. He's pretty happy. You gotta like that. So that's gonna bring up Joey Bart. Could use a Bart dart. Haven't really seen him with the power this year, as this one is hit to center field. Center field's going back, and that one's off the wall. Reynolds is rounding third, heading for home. Well, so that's not a Bart dart, but hey, that'll work. I guess you could say it was a dart, a huge hit. So just like that, it's 1-1. Paul Skeens is putting his hands up like, hey, had you done that yesterday, wouldn't have had the loss. Very good hit. Yeah, hitting the top of the wall. Just probably another 2 or 3 feet, and that would have been a clearing the deck type of thing. Cannonball coming. Again, I kind of miss not having Greg Brown in my ear, but, I guess I can't really choose. Here's Canario, and he's kind of heated up. I'm not going to lie. I know Pittsburgh, he was pretty high on Canario. I was not, and Canario's hitting a little bit better. 229, OPS of 685. Here's the 0-1. That's in the dirt, but I don't think Bart is going to test it. Big hit for sure. Very. Yeah, Scheme's not going to take. He's too. Oh, yeah, he's not going to. He's too good to be taken. Yeah, it's just unfortunate, man. We just decide to not hit whenever he pitches, which we don't hit for anyone else. That's a big swing and a miss from Canario. Strike 2. Big 2-out double. Yes. We need it. This might be the only run of the game we get, so, might be all downhill from here. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So the Pirates get 2 hits there, score 1 as we head to the top of the second. Your score 1-1. Kind of shocking, honestly. All right, again, what's happening in the other games, which, again, not many other games at the moment. Marlins still up 2-0 in the top of the second against the Cubs. Red Sox up 1-0 over the Mets in the bottom of the first. Maybe the team hates Skeens. Yeah, well, I think we know that's a joke, but I think the same thing was happening with A.J. Burnett. Like, his ERA was like a low 3.2, and he was like barely a 500 pitcher. Canario is horrible. Well, he definitely started off pretty bad. He's heated up a little bit, believe it or not. Like, his batting average, like, I don't know if do they show the last? So look at this. There you go. Here's Canario. Not great stats, right? But last 15 games batting, 318, OPS of 875, and then last week he's played. I mean, he's in the 900, so he's hitting the ball really well as of late. I think that's why he's getting the starts, and that's fair enough. I won't argue that. I mean, I haven't really been high on him. I know, again, Pittsburgh in the chat, he was pretty high on him, thinks he has a lot of potential, and showing it right now. At least not on that one, but you know what I mean. Again, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. I do a lot of Pirates games, but I'm not, a stranger to doing other MLB games. So, you should definitely consider that. Again, if you're a football fan, definitely hit that subscribe button for the fall, as I plan on doing college and NFL every weekend, pretty much from August to February. And then from that point on, again, it'll do the same thing over and over again. February, I did I did some college basketball after that. It was pretty fun, really fun. And then we do baseball. That's going to be pretty much what I do for a while, as that one's going to be in there called Strike. You do. Yes, sir. Yes, you do. And you're right. I mean, he's hitting better right now. Definitely, for sure. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be hit foul. So very quickly, 0-2. Steer is batting .208 for the Reds. Keller delivers the 0-2, as this one's going to be hit over the second baseman's head. So that one's going to get down for a single. That's going to bring up Will Benson. I don't know how often he's played, but if I look at his stats correctly, he's batting .367, OPS of 1357. I mean, if he's been playing the whole season, then I didn't know about that. He's crushing it. Okay, so he was called up May 9th. Okay, so he was not playing the whole season, but still, very good start for him, as that one's going to be outside for strike one. So umpires strike zone tonight, not exactly accurate. Well, Benson has hit a home run in 4 consecutive games. Runner on first, nobody out. Here's the 0-1, and that one's going to be fouled back. 0-2 count. Benson batting in those last 4 games, 5 home runs, 10 RBIs. Oh my goodness. He is crushing it right now. 0-2 count. Steer on first. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Apparently he was 0 for 10. Now he's 0 for 11 against Keller. So look at that. The unstoppable force meeting the immovable object. I think Benson homered in 5 straight games. Yeah, if it was the NFL, he's definitely getting that random drug test for sure. That's going to bring up Tyler Stevenson batting .196, OPS of 614, as that one's going to be in there for strike one. I'm going to go ahead and grab a swig of water. No 0-1 count, runner on first. Keller sets and delivers. Got a chopper to third. Hayes throws. There's 1 and 2. A double play. So nice pitch by Keller to get the double play there as we head to the bottom of the second. Your score, 1-1. And again, let's check other scores. I know we just checked them, but got to keep something going here. Nothing much else I mean, with Pirates, we can all have a Pirates therapy session if you want. Marlins up 2-0 over the Cubs in the bottom of the second. Red Sox up 2-0 over the Mets in the top of the second. Astros Rays top of the first, just now getting underway. Again, if you like what you see and you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. It is free. It's free. I promise with you. I'm not going to send you a bill or anything. It is free. Won't hurt you. Won't hurt you at all. If you're an NFL fan, again, I will be doing NFL, college football in the fall. I'm very excited about that. Very excited. I love football. That's more of my thing. But baseball's not too bad either, so that's why I'm doing it right now. And then, again, don't be a stranger. Feel free to chat. Got a pretty active chat tonight. Thank you very much. I do appreciate you guys talking. It makes it fun. You guys pretty much serve as my color commentator. So, obviously, when I do these Pirates games, the Pirates can look pretty pathetic and lethargic, and there's not much to talk about. So whenever you guys are talking, it definitely, keeps the energy high. So I do appreciate you guys. I really do. And if you don't want to, that's fine. I totally get it. I'm just saying, though, if I ever go big, you had the opportunity to get that name in my head, because then I'll remember these. I'm remembering these guys. I'll remember these guys. It is free, right? It's shocking. Oh, man, it's free. This is all free. You don't have to pay a dime. Not to this channel. Not to this channel. Or any other channel, to be honest with you. But you didn't need to know that. Due up for the Pirates is Nick Solak, Tommy Pham, and Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Most dominant pitcher. Well, to be honest, I know I saw a stat a few weeks ago. I don't know how it's still holding up, but it looked like Max Fried was like in the ones. I'd honestly have to Google it. To be honest, I'm not the most diehard baseball fan. Let me go ahead and Google it on the phone real quick. Let me just look at some stats here. Here's the first pitch to Solak. That's going to be a chopper. Oh, he slipped out of the batter's box, and De La Cruz is going to throw to first. He did hustle down that line, though. Solak's pretty upset with himself. Oh, poor guy. It's a good story with Solak. I'll pull for him. Probably not going to be the best player. Just bouncing around. Getting a chance here. Hold on one second. I'll get that for you. There's the first pitch to Pham. I don't know why I can't find. There we go. 0-1 count again. Tommy Pham, 179 batting average. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Oh, I know I want team pitching. Of course, what I'm saying was a few weeks ago, so I'm not seeing him on the top. Here's the 0-2. That's going to be ripped in the gap. So that's going to get down for a single. I should say the gap between short and third, so that's no double. That's on me, as I don't know how to control this at all. Why is it not so simple? Come on. Okay. Wait, am I just an idiot? Yes, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Oh, yeah, Max Fried is really good. 1.29. Yeah. I don't know. I look at ERA. That's what I really do. I mean, strikeouts are cool, but as that's a 0-1 count. Man, Hunter Brown, Tyler Mahle, Nathan Eovaldi. Nathan Eovaldi still pitching at he never really was an elite pitcher, but he's been decent for a long time. 0-1 count is going to be fouled. Yeah, he's second in the Cy Young race, I believe, Fried. Yeah, Fried's looking good. Paul Skeens with a 2.44. And again, just his record, 3-5. It's insane. That is so sad. All right, anyway, yeah, I would say Fried. Here's the 0-2. Oh, we're going to have a pickoff attempt, but he's not going to get him. One out here, 0-2 count. Runner on first. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa at the plate, batting .279 again on the year. Lodolo delivers. Ground ball to short. There's one. And IKF runs it out. Surprising that they didn't get him. It really looked like, again, he hit it right to the Ellie there, but maybe, again, IKF just hustling down the line. Very good hustle there. And that's going to bring up Jared Triolo, batting 148, OPS of 494. I'm probably a little more critical than I should be with Triolo, but it is a little frustrating as that one's going to be in there, called strike. He actually, get a fun fact about him, he won a Gold Glove last year. He really did as a utility. You look at his stats in the minors, he hits really well in the minors, just can't hit in the majors. He's a contact hitter that can't hit for contact, as that one's going to be, again, another pickoff attempt. ERA means more to the team. 100%. That's what I look at. Strikeouts are cool, though. They're always neat to watch. Here's the, oh no, we got another pickoff attempt. I guess they're keeping in mind that IKF just ran that out. Very shocking that wasn't a double play. Go ahead and remove that. I don't think you guys saw that, but this little tab was dipping down. Lodolo delivers, and that one is going to be fouled back. Triolo with 2 home runs on the year, 5 RBIs, OPS again of 494. Not really, just not hitting well at all. But really, none of the Pirates are. There's not many. Your best hitter OPS-wise isn't playing tonight. Here's the 0-2. That's going to be high for ball 1. Though I think he may be in. Is he injured? Is Cruz injured? I'm not too sure. I think the last game he did have like a little strain, I think, in the abdomen. I don't know if he played yesterday or not. So he might be. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So we head to the top of the 3rd inning. Your score, Reds 1, Pirates 1. All right, again, Marlins still up 2-0 as they head to the top 3rd over the Cubs. Red Sox up 2-0 over the Mets. In the bottom of the 2nd, Astros Rays 0-0, bottom of the 1st. Again, I do appreciate you guys joining me tonight as I cover this Pirates game. Yes, at 15-32, I'm still here. They are making me question that, though, but I'm still here for the moment. Again, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. I do a lot of baseball games. I try to do between, it really varies depending on how work is going, 2 to 4. I think there have been times where I've gone and done 5 or 6, but that is rare. Won't lie to you, but for the most part, I try to do once every 2 days. That seems to be the average. Again, if you're an NFL fan or college football fan, definitely hit that subscribe button, as I'll be doing that in the fall for sure. And don't hesitate to comment or chat about whatever you like. Chat about how bad the Pirates are. Chat about just ask me MLB questions, which, again, my MLB knowledge isn't going to be the greatest. But I know, I would say I'm a casual when it comes to baseball history. As far as fundamentals in the game, I think I know pretty good amount there. But as far as, all that history, especially, pre-2000s, then I'm kind of out of my element. I grew up watching Freddie Sanchez, Jason Bay, Jack Wilson, those guys, Zach Duke, Paul Maholm, Ian Snell, Tom Gorzelani, that young rotation that never panned out. But that was fun. It's my childhood. Freddie Sanchez, man, what a guy. What an awesome player he was. Wouldn't be that good in today's world, though, because he didn't walk a lot, didn't really get a lot of power. All right, here is McLean, batting 183 on the year. Here's the first pitch. That's going to be in there, called strike. 0-1 count. Jim Leland in the stands. Here's 0-1. That's going to be outside ball one. A 1-1 count. Probably need Jim Leland to come back. I don't know if he would want that, though. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be fouled back, so the count moves to 1-2. 1-2 count. As we have there we go. Keller delivers the 1-2. That's going to be high for ball two as Bart was ready to throw down to third. Start that little throw around. McLean, despite batting 182, has 6 home runs, 16 RBIs for him as well. 2-2 count. That's going to be hit to third. Hayes has it, throws to first for out number 1. Hope they show a shot of the crowd. Haven't really been able to see that too much, but I'd like to see how many people are there tonight. Again, as I believe, clean inning. Yeah, we need it. We need it. As I forgot if that was Pittsburgh or Reynolds. I think it might have been Reynolds. Or Reynolds. I do apologize. That tickets were only like $10 a piece. That one's going to be high for ball one. Friedel grounded out in the first. Again, batting .263 on the year. OPS is .727. 3 home runs and 17 RBIs. That's a swing and a miss. Strike one. One and one count to Friedel. Reds looking to move above 500 once more. Here's the 1-1. This one's going to be fouled back for strike two. Looks like it's I don't know, just based on the backstop there. It looks like there's some fans, but again, there's always fans there. Here's the 1-2. That's going to be outside for ball two. Reds scoring 1 in the first, and then the Pirates matching that in the bottom of the first. Nothing doing since. Here is the 2-2. That's going to be inside ball three. Three and two count to TJ Friedel. This one's going to be hit in the gap between center and right. Friedel's going to head to second with a stand-up double as he rolls the dice there, apparently. And that's going to bring up Espinal, who's also 0 for 1. He went 0 for 1 in the first. Again, he kind of left it in the middle of the plate. Just too much for Friedel. And again, Espinal will come up batting .277, OPS of .652. Keller looks back at Friedel and delivers. That's going to be outside for ball one. 1-0 count to Keller. Oh, no, not Keller. Pardon me. Espinal. Santiago Espinal. I'm delusional here. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be in there, a called strike. Keller pitching to himself, apparently, according to myself. But that is not the case. Keller looking back. Sets and delivers. That's going to be hit down the right field line, but that one is going to be foul. One and two count to Espinal. Keller sets, looks back. and delivers. That's going to be popped up. Solak at first, eyeing it, and makes the catch for out number 2. He's a beast if he can pitch to himself. Yeah, no, he's just that good. He is that good. He is catching and he's batting. And he pitches, of course. All right, that's going to bring up Ellie De La Cruz again. He walked in the first with 2 outs and then came across to score on the Hayes RBI double, which he went to third base, obviously. 0-1 count after that swing and a miss to De La Cruz. Keller sets and delivers the 0-1. That's going to be in there for a called strike. 0-2 count. Keller sets and delivers. Swing and a miss. He struck him out on 97-mile-per-hour fastball. So we'll head to the bottom of the third. Your score, Reds 1, Pirates 1. All right, let's see what we got here. Marlins still up 2-0 on the Cubs in the bottom of the third. Red Sox now up 3-0 over the Mets as they head to the top of the third. Astros Rays 0-0 in the top of the second. Again, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. This is what I do. I cover baseball games, mostly Pirates, but I do other MLB games. So if you're a Reds fan, don't feel like it's just a Pirates channel. I'll probably still wear this for the other games so you guys can all laugh at me. As best case scenario after today, we are 16-32. So that's just terrible. Absolutely sad. But again, if you're also a football fan, definitely hit that subscribe button. If you can't catch a game on your local TV in college or NFL or again in baseball, let me know and I'll try to cover it. I'm already thinking for this upcoming NFL season. I'm probably gonna be doing, and it's gonna sound weird, a lot of Cardinals games for the afternoon game because they're never really shown nationally, and I want to try to capitalize. I won't be able to do the main game because the big streamers, Tom Grossi, Jaguar, they're gonna do the main games. But if I can do the second tier games, maybe I can build an audience there. I think that'd be pretty cool. That is my intention. But again, if you want me to cover a game, let me know. I'll do a specific game. And again, don't hesitate to comment, chat, talk about whatever you like. I do read all comments. So yeah, there is that. You guys again serve as my color commentator. I do appreciate you guys whenever you guys again just viewing or chatting, talk about whatever you like. That is perfectly fine. In fact, there was about a week or two ago, it was fun. The Pirates were getting wrecked. So started talking about NFL quarterbacks, where would I rank them all time. That was really fun. Had some controversial ones, but I do think differently than most. As here is Brian Hayes. That's a swing and a miss, strike 1. Hayes batting .248, OPS of .608. He did strike out in the first. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be high for ball 1. Lodolo, first pitch strikes, 10 for 10. He pounds the zone. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be chopped foul as the sun glares right on this camera. Geez, 1 home run, 15 RBIs for Hayes this year. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So that'll bring up Andrew McCutchen. Can he be clutching? We might need him to be clutching here again. 1-1 game. Pirates just, I should be happy they're not losing, but I mean, still, I'd like to see just an offensive explosion. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be fouled. 3 home runs, 14 RBIs, OPS is 712. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a ball for ball 1. One and 1 count. Here's the pitch. That's a swing and a miss, strike 2. One and 2 count. Lodolo delivers. And McCutchen hits this to right, but that's going to find a glove as Benson makes the catch for out number 2. Looks like it went off the end of the bat there. So 2 outs here for the Pirates, and that's going to bring up Brian Reynolds, who, again, had a huge slump. But he's above 200 now, so that's always good. Had 208 OPS of 605. Lodolo delivers. That's going to be outside, ball 1. One 0 count. Reynolds with 6 home runs, 22 RBIs on the year. Here's the 1-0. Reynolds hits this one foul. No, there's a lot of Pirates fans here. Just out of curiosity, you guys like the matte helmets? I don't like the matte helmets. I think it should go back to the shiny ones. I mean, it's not even black. I mean, it's like a grayish helmet. That's how I see it. I don't know. I like the shiny ones. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be outside, ball 2. Everything with the Pirates is just wrong, man. It just is. Nice uniforms, though I'm sick and tired of seeing the black Pittsburgh script ones whenever we're home. That makes no sense. Here's the 2-1. That's going to be outside, ball 3. Like, where's this jersey? Did this jersey are we not allowed to wear it anymore? This is our black home, and yet we wear a black away at home, and that's just so frustrating. Unbelievable. Here's the 3-1. That's going to be down low. Ball 4 as Reynolds walks. So Reynolds reaches both times so far in his 2 plate appearances. That's going to bring up Joey Bart. 1 for 1. Again, had that double, 2-out double to bring in Reynolds in the bottom of the first. Neither work. You don't like either? Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside, ball 1. 1-0 count. Count to Joey Bart. Would be nice to take the lead, obviously. But I'm just saying. For me. For the Pirates fans. I don't even remember the last time we've been up. Well, I guess we were up against the Phillies and then blew it. No, what was that? Friday night, Saturday night? I can't remember. 2-0 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be low, ball 3. Lodolo with some location issues or something. And he just walked Reynolds, and now it's 3-0 to Bart. Oh, neither work for the team. Oh, I got you. Yeah, no, you're right. Here's the 3-0. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Commentator said you can still throw it, you can throw it, you just can't throw it down the middle. That one's right down the middle. Bart swings and misses. Strike 1. And looks like Bart's going to ask for time. I'd like to see the shiny ones. Honestly, I'd like to see the mid to late 2000s jerseys. Just make a brief comeback just every now and then. I think that'd be fun. You don't have to wear the actual vest. Just make it look like it's a vest. Here's the 3-1. And Bart hits this to left. I think he just got under it. Hayes is under it and makes the catch for out number 3. So the Pirates leave one stranded as we head to the top of the 4th. Your score, 1-1. Pretty quick moving game, honestly. Jeez. All right, Marlins up 2-0 over the Cubs in the top of the 4th. Red Sox over the Mets 3-1 in the top of the 3rd. Astros up on the Rays 3-0. And then there's some more games getting underway in the near future. All right, again, if you're a baseball fan, this is the channel for you. Hit that subscribe button. I cover random baseball games. Yes, it's mostly Pirates games, but, again, I do kind of mix it up, so it's not primarily just a Pirates channel. It has been a Mets channel for a little bit, a Diamondbacks channel for a little bit. Again, I've done a lot of games other than Pirates fans. So if you're a Reds fan, don't feel like I'm leaving you out. Just a little example. Again, it is mostly Pirates. You're going to see a lot of Pirates on there, but that's college basketball. That was really fun. I really enjoyed that. And I'll do it again next year. Again, I plan on doing football as well. So if you're a football fan, definitely hit that subscribe button. Hopefully we can be cordial in the comments. You know, if you ever want to like talk football and you're like attacking me for a controversial opinion. My controversial opinion, I guess, is that, and I'm not going to say I think, I know Ben Roethlisberger was better than Drew Brees. Drew Brees was a dome merchant, had a bad defense, and I'm like, well, he had a bad defense. What are you talking about? Well, that's the reason he threw for all those yards. That's pretty much my argument there. You can't say, well, he has all those yards, he had bad defenses. Well, if he had a good defense like Ben, well, then you're not going to see Brees throw 650, 700 times a season, and that yard's just going to come down. I think Ben definitely, again, mostly on a run-first offense for like the first half of his career, did a lot, had a game manage. I think he gets – so Ben is overhated and Brees is overrated. No way. Yep, I knew it. Yeah, definitely going to have some people that disagree. That's just the way it is. I mean, I don't know. I mean, we could have that little debate if you want. That's perfectly fine with me. But, yeah, I don't know. I mean, Ben went to 3 Super Bowls in the AFC, which had pretty much Tom and Peyton as here's the first pitch, and that's going to be high and in for ball 1, whereas – well, that's fair. I mean, I know most people would. I just think it's a lot closer than you think. Again, I think it would be Ben. I mean, you put Ben in New Orleans as that is going to be right down the middle for strike 1. Then Ben is the one that has the bad defense. Ben's the one that's constantly throwing for 5,000 yards, and Ben would probably be viewed a lot more favorably. Here's the 1-1, and that's going to be fouled back. But again, like he did more, but like what do you mean by that? Because are we talking about stats? Because okay, well, yeah, there's just the Hall of Fame stuff here. This is where delay is showing his colors here. So you look at all this stuff again. He had some really good seasons without. That's going to be a swung on and miss. He struck him out. And again, a lot of things. I remember people ripped on Ben for throwing a lot of picks. This guy threw a lot of picks. Look at that. 22, 19, 17, 18, 17. I mean, yeah, you can say he had the bad defense, but you can't also say, well, he had a lot more yards. Well, again, the reason he had the yards is because he had the bad defense. You give Ben a rank 32 defense, he's probably throwing for 5,000 yards. As Lux rips this one in the gap, Canario misses it. So Reynolds has to come and get it. Luckily, we're going to hold him at second. Less town around. Yeah, I mean, I guess. I mean, Steelers receivers, and you probably have seen the meme or memes, especially with the George Pickens stuff, that Steelers receivers have done nothing, do nothing whenever they leave Pittsburgh. It might be a Pittsburgh thing, might be a Ben thing, I don't know. I mean, Plaxico Burress, he obviously was all right, but again, Ben was only a rookie that year. But Santonio Holmes pretty much became an afterthought with the Jets. Mike Wallace, he became, I don't know, he was not just, he wasn't really doing what he was in Pittsburgh as that one's going to be in there a called strike. Antonio Brown obviously became Antonio Brown, the Mr. Big Chest. That was a phase and a half. 0-1 count here to Steer. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there a called strike. Ben is tremendously underrated. Top 10 in all important stats, more clutch than Breeze. Yeah, no, he was definitely more clutch. I don't know if there's anyone else I would take in a 2-minute drill than Ben. Ben was just, whenever Ben had the ball in his hands, I had faith that we were going to win the game. Here's the 0-2. That's going to be outside ball 1. Again, with Breeze, like that NFC, and it's even like that today. The AFC is pretty much dominated by a few quarterbacks. There's a lot of good quarterbacks in the AFC. But back then, like, you had a bunch of revolving, like, Aaron Rodgers, great, but he only went to 1. Drew Brees was great, but he only went to 1. I don't know. It's a pop-up by Steer, Reynolds, and Triolo. Triolo's going to make the catch. Nice catch by Triolo for round number 2. AFC, they were just dominated by a few. NFC was just a revolving door. If you're truly great, I feel like you would show some dominance. You would go to multiple Super Bowls. And for some reason, Breeze wasn't able to do that. He was getting beat out by Rex Grossman. I mean, Eli Manning was not that great. He did go to multiple, which kind of contradicts whatever, I get it. But that was fluke 2 years. Eli didn't do nothing the other 16 years. What happened? I can't even remember what happened in 08. No, Kurt Warner. That's going to be in there, a called strike. Kurt Warner was good. 09, that was Drew Brees. 10, Rodgers. 11 was Eli again. 12, Kaepernick. 13, Russ. 14, Russ. 15, Cam. 0-1 count. I don't know. I just feel like Brees should have been in multiple Super Bowls if he was truly that great. 1-1 count here to Benson. Going to Super Bowls doesn't fall on one player. It's a 52-man roster. Yes and no. With quarterbacks, though, I feel like rings hold a lot more weight. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be fouled back because you usually don't see great quarterbacks that are just constantly losing. Like, I don't associate greatness with, I don't know. Like, I can't imagine Tom Brady. Like, if Tom Brady went to the Cleveland Browns in the 2000s, 2010s, like, I don't see the Browns being 4-12 every year. They would probably be in the playoffs. They would probably be a playoff team. Probably wouldn't win as much, of course, but definitely would be, as Benson hits this to left fam, turning around and makes the catch. Thought he was going to lose sight of it there, but he makes a nice catch as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Your score, 1-1. I don't know. I mean, again, you put these great quarterbacks on a bad team, I think they elevate. Whereas Breeze, again, if you only go to 1, I don't know. I mean, again, the NFC wasn't exactly stacked with. They were maybe stacked with one hit wonders like Kaepernick, or Cam, but I don't know. I just feel like Breeze should have had more Super Bowl appearances. You would think. And same with Rodgers as well. Both of those great quarterbacks also had great offensive lines, too. To be honest, I don't really remember much about the Saints' offense. I know he had a great offensive line in the later half of his career, but then he also had a great defense as well. And then, obviously, the stats went down. I understand he was older, but usually, again, you have a better defense, your stats are not going to be as good. That's just I like that. Fantastic. Again, if you like what you see, folks, hit that subscribe button. I do call a lot of Pirates games, but again, if you're a Reds fan, don't feel like it's just a Pirates channel. I have done other games before, so just let me know, and hey, I will call a Reds game in the near future. Again, if you're a football fan, this is definitely a channel for you. As I'm having a debate here about Ben and Breeze, and I know probably everyone's going to think I'm crazy. Because I understand social media. You look at, Breeze is underrated. Breeze, man, never got MVP. Or I think he did get MVP vote, but never was MVP. Which, again, Breeze was never considered better than Tom or Peyton or during all those years, whatever. But I don't know. If you're a football fan, I think this is the channel for you. Great debate either way. Ben top 10 in sacks all time. We didn't have a great offensive line. Yeah, no, I completely agree. People, like we had a decent line when he was a rookie, but still, when you look at it, he was sacked 33 times and only had 200 pass attempts. You double that, which would be normal, like just under 600, he would have 60-something sacks. Obviously, you can't say that's what would happen, but even as a rookie, when people said Ben had a great O-line, he was getting wrecked back there. That's a swing and a miss by Canario, 0-1. I do agree. It's a great debate, and I know I would be the unpopular one there, as it's a 1-1 count. People would call me a skip or a Stephen A. Smith for that take, I guess, with the going for the what gets a reaction. No, I genuinely feel that way. I feel like Ben is definitely very much overhated, as that's the 1-1 is swung and fouled back 1-2, and then of course Breeze is overrated, and he was a good quarterback. I'm not saying he was trash by any means. I mean, but people are starting to put him above Peyton. People put him above Aaron Rodgers, and there are people that put him in the same like oh no, he was better than Tom. No, he was not. He was never considered that in their primes. As this one is going to be found to the left, and then I just think Ben was better. Ben, again, Drew also had Sean Payton. Ben had Bill Cowher and Mike Tomlin, who were defensive coaches. He never worked under a offensive coach. Never got that. Did they surround him with talent? Yes, but he never had that head coach that was primarily an offensive guy. Hey, let's put up the score. Never really was that with either coach. That one is fouled 1-2. That's because Ben couldn't get rid of the ball. He thought he was Cordell Stewart. Well, Ben could move. Ben could move in his early years. He could. Here's the 1-2. That's going to be fouled back. Ben could move. Obviously, he got to a point where he couldn't, but that was much later, and then the offensive line was really good, and then he was barely touched, and then he throws for 5,000 yards. Of course, that was that 2018 year, really sad year. Here's the 1-2 to Canario, as this one's going to be hit to left, and that one's going to be hitting the warning track, and that's going to be a ground rule double for Canario. So, again, that Pittsburgh guy here. Pittsburgh's been a big fan of Canario, and Canario has been heating up lately. So, yeah, Pittsburgh might have something here with Canario looking really good. As that's going to bring up Nick Solak, and Canario's OPS goes above 700, which isn't all that great, but for the Pirates, that's pretty much 1,000. So, just keep that in perspective. Ben was. Oh yeah, no. I mean, I feel like Ben was better. He definitely was. But again, I know that's going to be a called strike on Solak. I know there's going to be a lot of people that disagree with me, and that's fair. That is perfectly fair. I definitely understand it. I think they're probably letting either recency bias or that's going to be a ground ball to short, and Canario's going to go back to second. Or again, they just see things differently, if they want to, if they maybe saw more Saints games, or maybe they saw too many Steelers games, like, oh, I saw Ben throw too many picks, or, and Ben was kind of reckless with it, but he was just kind of playing backyard football, and I don't know, it was just fun to see. Solak apparently is batting .393 in AAA, holy crap. So that's going to bring up Tommy Pham, he's 1-for-1. Again, runner on second here for the Pirates. Lodolo pitches, and that's going to be fouled back. Again, people, don't be a stranger if, hey, you want to get in the Ben and Breeze debate. I know you guys are pretty much going to attack me. Again, if you're a Breeze fan here, then fine, go ahead. Let me know how much of a fool I am. But I'm just saying, I feel like I know ball when it comes to the NFL. Or talk about the Pirates, talk about the Reds, talk about whatever you like. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be a called strike. Might have just gotten the inside corner there. 0-2 count. Lodolo sets. Looks back at Canario. And delivers. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. That's going to bring up Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, who was 0-for-1. But again, he did reach on a fielder's choice Batting .276, OPS of .667. Lodolo sets. And, we're going to look back. Canary, I thought he was going to pick him off there. Not quite. So he just steps off. Lodolo looks back at Canario and delivers. That's going to be in there, a called strike. Oh, 1 count. Lodolo delivers. That's going to be low for ball 1. Hello, all you Pirate fans. Okay, Trisk being toxic. OPS of... What are you talking about, buddy? Trisk, I ask you to lay off whatever you're on. Trisk, you're just going to have to calm down. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be inside. I think that hit him. That had a lot of break to it. Oh, my gosh. Now he's going to walk down to first. Came out of nowhere. It looked like it was just a standard slider, then really bit at the end and hits IKF right on the back shin. Oh, that is unfortunate. That's got to hurt. So I'm looking at more of showing the left side of the ballpark. And yeah, not exactly. A lot of blue seats there. A lot of empty seats here as we have a mound visit with Triolo coming to the plate. Yeah, I'm aware of that, but, it's still a little... Could have just said 667. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Triolo here, 0 for 1 with the strikeout. Runners on first and second, as Lodolo will step back on the mound. Again, Trillo batting 146, OPS of 488. Lodolo looking back at Canario at second. Here's the pitch. That's going to be, inside and low for strike 1. Mentioned earlier, this umpire's been very generous. Apparently thinks the plate is a lot bigger than it actually is. 0-1 count. Lodolo sets. And delivers. That's going to be hit foul. He was late on that one for sure. Got a piece of it, though. Who's taking Driver Ben? Is that Breeze or Bledsoe? Okay, I don't think Bledsoe. I don't know if Bledsoe would ever be in that conversation. Bledsoe was good for that era for sure. Probably one of the more, I don't want to say underrated, but he's definitely forgotten about as far as, really solid quarterbacks. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So we head to the top of the 5th. Your score, Pirates, Reds, 1-1. Let's see here. Cubs up 3-2 over the Marlins in the top of the 5th. Red Sox up 3-1 over the Mets. Meds. What the heck? 3-1 in the bottom of the 4th. Astros up 3-0 over the Rays in the bottom of the 3rd. I'm going to say the Indians here. Indians up 1-0 over the Twins in the bottom of the 1st. Mariners 0. White Sox 0, bottom of the 1st. Orioles, Brewers 0-0, bottom of the 1st. Tigers, Cardinals 0-0, top of the 1st. So a lot of games getting underway, and I don't know if we'll be on for Royals Giants maybe towards the end of it, but we might be over by then because this game is moving really fast already in the 5th inning, and I think we're just now at an hour, perhaps, not too sure. Bledsoe and Jerry Maguire as his agent, but then after they dumped Jerry, Drew went downhill. Okay, well, all right. Thank you, Trisk, for that comment. There you go. If you guys want to comment about whatever you want, that's fine. I mean, Trisk is doing a really good job of that. Just free speech right here on this channel. There you go. Talk about whatever you want. You can talk about that. You can talk about the Pirates. You can talk about the Reds. You can talk about anything. NFL debate, NFL, whatever you want to do. MLB stuff. And again, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button as I do other baseball games as well. Obviously, tonight's game featuring Pirates Reds. I can do other games. So if you're not really a Pirates fan, I will do other games. Not as much, but I do Pirates for the most part. So if you're a Pirates fan, it's a no-brainer to hit that subscribe button. And again, if you're an NFL fan, definitely hit that subscribe button as I'm doing NFL and college football in the fall. August, I guess. So definitely, you won't regret it. I promise. I'll be on every weekend, unless there's like some sort of trip I got to do or something with the family or whatnot. But for the most part, I will be on doing football games. As Stevenson is 0 for 1, he digs in, and that's going to be inside ball 1. 1-0 count to Tyler Stevenson. Got a brief step off here. Stevenson batting .191, OPS of .602, only one home run on the year. Here's the 1-0, and this one's going to be hit to right, but I think that's right at Reynolds, who doesn't have to move for out number 1. So one away here in the top of the 5th. That's going to bring up McLean, batting .182, OPS of .628. McLean, 6 home runs, 16 RBIs. That's going to be a breaking ball on the top of the zone there, strike 1. Here is the 0-1, and that's going to be fouled back. 0-2. Reynolds dead pulled the first out. He did, I guess, Trisk. Here is the 0-2. That's going to be a called strike 3 on the outside corner. Just got a piece of that zone for out number 2. And that's going to bring up T.J. Friedel, who is 1 for 2 on the day. Batting .268, OPS of .740. Here's the first pitch. That's going to be outside ball 1. They're showing Skeen stats yesterday. 8 innings, 3 hits, 1 run. What the heck was that? Why do you show the graphic for 2 seconds? That's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 1. 1 allowed. I mean, yeah, pretty much you get the gist. You all know. If you're a Pirates fan, you know about yesterday's game. What the heck was that? Showing it for 2 seconds. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be inside ball 2. They're actually, now that I think about it, they're showing whenever the batting graphics go up, whenever they're zooming in, they show the graphic for 2 or 3 seconds. They don't want to spend a lot of time in the graphics department keeping it up. I don't know if it costs money to keep it up by the second. Here's the 2-1. That's going to be in there, strike 2. But, yeah, Fox has been really quick to pull that for some reason. 2-2 count, 2 outs. Again, Friedel with 3 home runs, 17 RBIs on the year. 2-2 count, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. This one's going to be hit to right, and Reynolds is there to make the catch for out number 3. So pretty much a pitcher's duel as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Your score 1-1. I heard that someone with your first name in Pennsylvania watched an inning of your game on Saturday. Well, hopefully they subscribe. That'd be cool. Yeah. That's neat. I'm assuming I know who you're talking about, but yeah, that'd be cool if he did. Again, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. I do a bunch of Pirates games, but again, I do other baseball games as well. So if you get sick and tired of the Pirates, I might do a few more games later down the road with the Pirates. Just need to keep winning, or they need to start winning because they ain't winning. There's no keep on winning with them. It is getting a little bit lethargic to keep covering these Pirates that, apparently have not scored over 5 runs in 23 games, that's just insane to think about. But again, if you're a football fan, hit that subscribe button, as I plan on doing that once football season is here. I did a UFL stream. This was it. I actually don't remember. Was that Sunday or no? It wasn't Sunday. That was Saturday. Yeah, Saturday, and that was actually a really good time. Had a lot of people check it out, and I don't know. I do enjoy football, and it's just much more comfortable for me to call sports. Yes, it is. Sorry, Cat. A lot of sports, indeed. This is a sports channel. In fact, hashtag sports is in the description. But again, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. And again, don't hesitate to talk about whatever you like in the chat. As you see, Triskaideka has pretty much dominated the chat. And probably the most random stuff you'll see is from Triskaideka. So proof that, again, talk about whatever you like. I'm not going to ban you or anything. I'll read it. I might scoff at what Triskaideka says. But probably not other people. Triska's been here since the beginning. I am thankful for him as well. So I do, I'll probably just read his stuff and not show much interest. But no, I do appreciate him. Of course, that one is going to be fouled off there. To Brian Hayes, again, batting .247, 1 home run, 15 RBIs, OPS is 605. Look at that. I beat the graphic. Lodolo delivers the 0-1. That's going to be inside ball 1. They're showing the pierogies walking around. That'd be pretty cool. I really should go to a Pirates game. I really should. When I'm up there, I will. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be inside ball 2. When is hockey? Ooh, hockey. Well, the playoffs are on now. But as far as the regular season, that would be in October. I forgot. I know the Dallas Stars are still in it. Here's the 2-1. That's going to be down low ball 3. I think maybe Winnipeg. I don't know. There might be a game on tonight. I don't know. I have this ticker. There might be a hockey game that appears there. I'm not too sure. I'll look it up. Here's the 3-1. There's a ground ball to first. Oh, what a play by the first baseman. A dive and throws to Lodolo for out number 1. That could have been a single there, but a great play. Okay, so yes, Jets, Stars. So the Stars advance. So Panthers, Hurricanes, Oilers, and Stars. Those are the last 4 teams in the NHL for the playoffs. So I'm actually going to... Are they reviewing this? He looked like... Oh, wow. Are they saying he got on first? Looked like he was out. But, hey, that's fine. That's fine with me. But there is a challenge, so they are going to... In fact, the commentators are saying that this was so obvious. Yeah, the call is overturned. Okay, so my bad. I should have went with the umpire call there, but honestly, I was just going with my eyes. That was, I don't know, I'm surprised. That looked like he beat him by a step. Jeez. What in the world was the umpire looking at? So you're throwing to Lodolo there? All right, anyway, that's going to bring up Andrew McCutchen. It's 0 for 2 with the strikeout as that pitch is right down the middle for strike 1. McCutchen trying to get going here again. It's pretty sad when the old man McCutchen is one of your best hitters on the team. I'm sure he doesn't mind that, if they're competing, but they're not competing. So I do feel for him. You would think these young kids would be like, yeah, man, let's show up this old man. Nope, not quite. Old man showing that up. Here's the 1-1, and that one's going to be ripped hard but foul. Hockey, hockey, hockey. Okay, hockey. All right, Trisk. Thank you for that comment. 1-2 count. Lodolo delivers the 1-2. McCutchen ground ball to third. Throws to first, and he gets him. On the one hopper, McCutchen looks pretty upset there. Old man McCutchen hustling down the line, but man, McCutchen just not as fast as he was, obviously. Prime McCutchen definitely beats that out. So 2 away here for the Pirates, as that's going to bring up Brian Reynolds, who's 1 for 1 with a walk. Maybe trying to turn it around again. We're approaching June. That's usually when he heats up. That's going to be outside ball 1. In fact, let me go ahead. This was from the other day, Brian Hayes. If I can quickly do this real quick. Try not to. I know you guys probably appreciate the game day there. That's going to be outside ball 2. Man, he's getting some nice calls here. Splits. Here is the 2-0 to Reynolds. That's going to be a ground ball to first, so he's not going to keep the perfect streak up there, as he is out for out number 3. So look at this. Those are Brian Reynolds' stats here as we end the 5th. We're heading to the top of the 6th. 1-1 is your score. Yeah, Jumpman Kutch runs it out. Yeah, I mean, he did kind of run it out, just not as fast. But look at this. So in March, April, OPS is 764. May, Brian Reynolds' OPS is 773. In June, it jumps up to 981. That is just insane. And then it does drop in July, 724. That's actually his lowest month. Then in August, it heats up again, 839, and then ends with 781. So he starts heating up once June hits for some reason. I couldn't tell you why, but he does. Just slow starter for some reason. So again, it's 1-1 as we head to the top of the 6th. Again, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. I do these baseball games, and hopefully you think I do a decent enough job to where you subscribe. Also, again, you don't have to look up other scores. I got a ticker for you. So look at that. Cubs, they're down to the Marlins still 5-3. And then there's some Premier League. But yeah, I pretty much have, I think, basketball, football, obviously, but no football going on. And then baseball. And then a little bit of hockey. Do I have hockey? Crap. Hold on one second. I think I do. I do have hockey, I'm pretty sure. Let me just... you're going to get a preview of where I get this sportsscorebot.com. So if you guys are streamers, there you go. This is really good. This is a top-notch. Yeah, I do have hockey. Okay. I guess I hadn't seen it in a while. But yeah, there's no hockey game today. That's why. Okay. But yeah, no, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. Again, I do baseball games. If you're a football fan, definitely hit that subscribe button, as I'll be here pretty much every weekend from the end of August to the end of football season in early February. So that'll be pretty exciting. Hopefully I see you guys there, as I'll probably be covering a lot of Steelers, but I'll also be doing other games that really I do plan it to being like almost an all-day event when it comes to Saturdays and Sundays. I'll have to probably miss an hour window or, a game window there, a 3-hour window, but then I'll be back on most likely. It's probably how I'll break it up on Saturdays, do an 11 o'clock, probably take a break, the 2 to 5, then come back for a 6 to 9 or, whatever time zone you're in. Probably the first and second or first and third, and maybe even do a fourth. Then for Sunday, probably doing the first 2 windows, the first wave and then the second wave. Sunday night, I will leave to the big-time streamers. Here's the 2-0. That's going to be chopped foul. Maybe if the Steelers play a Sunday night game, I'll do it. But so, Luis, I'm very sorry I wasn't able to cover a Padres-Mariners game. I wanted to, man. It just couldn't work out. Hopefully you enjoyed the game, though, on Saturday. Here's the 2-1. That's going to be low for ball 3, as I'm once again covering the Pirates, the high-powered Pirates, man. Pirates just know how to score runs as they're looking to move to 48-0 on the season. Again, 47-0, one of the best stories in baseball. The Pittsburgh Pirates able to do all this with just incredible run support. Pitching is just immaculate. But right now they're struggling against the Reds, shockingly. Again, the Pirates usually so good. Here's the 3-1. That's going to be it. Oh, Hayes with a great snag at third and throws to first for out number 1. Again, Hayes showing that elite glove. Oh, man. What a play by Hayes. This one is ripped. Just what a snag. Again, that's not the problem with Hayes. If Hayes could just hit the league average, he would be considered one of the better players in all of baseball. His glove, though, is elite. Oh, man. That's going to bring up Ellie De La Cruz. That's going to be inside ball 1. The game on Saturday, it was fantastic, except the Mariners wiped the floor with the Padres. Oh, really? Oh, man. Well, it's like I don't know, because like you like both, so that's a tough one. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be outside ball 2. I know Mariners, though, are not your primary. You prefer the Padres. But that's still cool, though, man. I do plan on going to and I'm watching this. I understand the Pirates are bad, and I shouldn't give to the cause and Mr. Bob Nutting, but I do want to go. That's a swing and a miss and a ball in the dirt. Strike 1. I will be going to the Reading Phillies, though, for sure. Pittsburgh Pirates is... I'm going to try to make it happen if everything falls into place. Here is the 2-1, and Ellie hits this to left. Pham running to make a fantastic catch for out number 2. I can't claim credit to that. That is all Pittsburgh's. That's Pittsburgh's call, but I'm going to use it. That's going to bring up Hayes, who is 1 for 2. And he's the one that drove in Ellie De La Cruz in the first inning, batting .318, OPS of .966. Here's the first pitch, and Hayes chops this one foul. This game is moving pretty quickly. Again, only an hour and a half, and we're already in the 6th inning. 0-1 count. Keller delivers. Ground ball up the middle. Keller throws to first, and that's over his head at first as that goes into the dugout. So it looks like Hayes is going to move to second, as that'll go down as an error. From what I have seen, the Pirates have great opening pitchers, but their bullpen and it's pretty bad. I mean, Skeens is obviously, one of the best in the game. Keller, I would say he's probably about a league average for the most part. Nothing. I mean, he can look like $1 million one night and then looks like a AA pitcher. He's always a guy that you just feel like is right there, just could never, ever just be consistent. And then Heaney's obviously looking pretty good. Falter is okay. I don't think he's doing that great so far. He could be. He played better last year. Here's the 0-1, or pitched better last year. That's going to be down low ball 1. Pitch good, but the E rears its head. Yeah, well, it's going to be a tough play. It was on the move. But they are professionals. I know. They've been doing it for years. Keller sets. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be down low ball 2. And then the 5th guy, I think, is Molzinski. We don't really have a 5th guy. Unfortunately. 2-1 count here for Gavin Lux. Here's the pitch. And this one's going to be hit to left. And Pham can't make. He drops it. Pham dropped it. Oh, my goodness. On the run. Hits him on the palm of the glove as the Reds are now up 2-1. Oh, I need to see the replay. running to his right. Pham, yeah, just literally. Pham 100% had he had the glove right there. Oh, so it hit him right here. Oh my goodness. Pham with a fantastic play to score the Reds a run. Of course, Tommy Pham did play for the Reds, so there you go. Unbelievable. So the Pirates now down 2-1. And that's going to bring up Steer, who is 1 for 2. They have a little mound visit here. Yeah, I know. Reynolds, it's tough, man. It's tough being a Pirates fan, but we're still here. So mound visit again. I do apologize for that's why there's a little bit of a delay. Yes, Dr. Delay here, haha. All right, Keller. Pitching to Steer here. Runner on second. This one's hit to left. Pham on the run. On the warning track, it makes the catch for out number 3. I don't know how that's not an error. He flat out dropped it, but whatever. As we head to the bottom of the 6th, your score, Reds 2, Pirates 1. That should be an error on Pham. That's ridiculous that that's not. Again, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. If you think I'm doing a pretty decent job, hit that subscribe button. If you're a Pirates fan, why not hit that subscribe button? I mean, look at the jersey I'm wearing. Like, what the heck? You're just a jerk if you don't subscribe and you're a Pirates fan. Come on. I do a bunch of baseball games. Pirates is primarily what I do, but I do also other baseball games as well. So, you know, if you're a Reds fan, don't feel like it's just a Pirates channel. And again, if you're a football fan, for sure hit that subscribe button, as I'll be doing these football games pretty much the first week of college football. I'm ready for it. I'm excited. And then obviously NFL and so on. Really excited for football season. I'm much more of a football fan. And obviously if the Pirates were, you know, even 500, I'd probably feel like, okay, I can wait. The summer's going to be fine. But no, it doesn't look like we'll ever come close to that. So, yeah, I think that's why I'm ready for the late August. Again, don't hesitate to, as I see a bunch of hearts, thank you to whoever's doing that. It's fantastic. Feel free to comment in the chat in the comments. Talk about whatever you'd like. We're talking about Ben versus Breeze earlier. We're talking about, well, Trisk was talking about whatever he wants. Trisk is an interesting cat. Talking about a lot of different things. Talk about whatever you like. See, the hearts are still going. I have a feeling I know who that is. But maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe it's a stranger. But predictions for next football season. Ooh, you know, I actually printed off. You probably can't see all that. I printed off, so this is week 1. I'm going to do these very soon, and then I will, it's like all 18 weeks. But I do this every year. I handpick them. Handpick every game. Obviously, you have to predict upsets because if you pick the best team, well, that's 17-0. How do you have this team losing that team? But I don't think I'll show that part. But I do look forward to doing that as that one is fouled off. I don't know. I expect more of the same from the Steelers' perspective. KC Chiefs going to make it to the Super Bowl. Definitely a stranger. Yeah, sorry, Kat. 100%. No one else. No one but you would do that. Chiefs. I want them to not make it when it comes to the Chiefs. I really would love to see another AFC team in there. I mean, they got blown out in the Super Bowl. You would think, right, that they are probably not making it back, but they are the Chiefs, you know. 0-2 count here to Bart as he steps out. I don't know. I really hope it's not them. But also that means here's the 0-2. That's going to be outside ball 1. That would mean the Ravens would have a good shot. And I don't want the Ravens to go, obviously. Steelers fan, if you can't figure that out. Which, I mean, just because I'm a Pirates fan doesn't mean I'm a Steelers fan. But you get what I'm saying. I don't know. I mean, I'm okay with the Bills, I guess. That's going to be a ground ball to third. Throws on to first for out number 1. 100%, right? Sorry, 100%. I don't know. When it comes to the AFC, I just hope it's not the Chiefs. But again, that means the Ravens have a better shot. Steelers, I doubt we're even close. We don't even know who our quarterback is. The NFC, it's looking like the Eagles. I actually think the Lions will take a little bit of a step back. That's going to be outside ball one. I think Washington, they're probably going to take a step back. It's just I don't know. They usually do. They're actually, I can show you guys too if you guys think Washington's still going to be good. I like looking at history. History usually repeats itself. Not all the times. That one's fouled back. And again, not saying that's the 100% the reason why. I mean, they have a lot more film now on Jaden Daniels. I like Jaden Daniels, by the way. I'm not by any means a hater. That one's going to be in there called strike. Can I go by season? Seasons? No, I don't want that. If you look at the season by season for the... Okay, so look at this. I might have to move. So whenever for Washington, pretty much for as long as I've been sentient, which I can't... I could move this over here. 1 and 2, Canario's going to foul this one back. Don't worry, guys. I'm going to keep calling the game. I know you guys came here for that, not for my stupid football predictions. But you look at whenever they just are randomly good, then they just go on this trash run. Obviously, they went back to playoffs here, but nothing. Then they're randomly good, bad for a few years, randomly good, bad for a few years, randomly good, bad for a few years. History might repeat itself, but that one's inside ball too. So I don't know if I'm going to have Washington that high. I'll probably be safe and say 10-7 with them. I just don't know. Love the content as usual. Any prediction for Angels, A's? Angels sweeping the Dodgers. So that means they're probably going to lose to the A's. I would pick A's. Thank you, Ben, for that comment. Appreciate it. Yeah, I want new teams as well. I have PTSD from like the Patriots dynasty. Obviously, Patriots and Steelers went at it, and the Patriots would usually win the big games. Steelers would be okay if it was in Pittsburgh, but even in the playoffs in 2004, I guess. Yeah, 2004, we got wrecked by the Patriots in the playoffs. And that one's going to be popped up. Benson on the run to make the catch for out number 2. Yeah, Ben, I would say, I don't know if you're asking for a betting thing. I would probably say the A's, just because the Angels just swept the Dodgers, so it would be the Angels thing to like lose to the A's. The A's are actually favored. Look at that. But, yeah, I don't know. When it comes to the NFL, I don't know. I just really hope the Chiefs take a step back. And I hope that Super Bowl loss is actually a proof of what's going to happen. But, I guess you never know. In steps in Solak, and that's going to be inside ball 1. 1-0 count. Lodolo sets and delivers, and this one's going to be hit to left field, and that is a catch for out number 3. So we head to the top of the 7th. Your score, very high-scoring game with the Pirates. You know that's all it always is. 2-1, Reds lead. Again, hopefully I earned that subscription. It's free, by the way. I want to make that perfectly clear. You don't have to pay a dime. That's right. You press that subscribe button, there's not going to be a bill sent to you at all. I promise. YouTube really wanted me to charge you guys. You should probably do $10 a subscription. And I'm like, no, why would I want to do that? Come on, it's free. So I made it free. There you go. Hit that subscribe button. No bill will be sent to you. I promise. Also, again, if you're a football fan, definitely hit that subscribe button. I'm ready for football season. I love the football questions. Obviously, we're watching baseball, but I really am more of a football guy. If you ask me baseball questions, I won't mind answering them, but you'll probably see how limited my knowledge is when it comes to that as far as, keeping up with the stats. I just look at the Pirates record and I get depressed. It really doesn't make me want to watch anything else baseball related, but this is what I'm going to do, though, and finish the regular season, obviously. So, yeah, if you're strictly baseball, don't think I'm leaving you in September. I am going to do games during the week whenever football is obviously mostly Saturdays and Sundays, especially during the beginning part of the season. So, again, don't think I'm going to be abandoning baseball. I will still be doing it until the regular season ends, and I might do a few wild card games, if they are, let's just say if they're not on like regularly scheduled television, I will probably do them just because I know there's some people that don't have a lot of channels, and I mean, it's expensive, so I totally understand. Again, feel free to comment, talk about whatever you'd like. I read all comments. One advantage of not being a big channel is that I get to interact with you guys a lot more than, the bigger channels. So it's always pretty neat. I definitely have seen some regulars here. Luis, he's usually one of the regulars, and I do appreciate him as always. Trisk, of course. Sorry, Cat stops in every now and then. I have seen Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh usually comes in for the Pittsburgh game, so we always have a Pittsburgh therapy session. Same with Reynolds. He's usually here for the Pittsburgh games. So I do appreciate you guys. As we are now beginning the top of the 7th with Ferguson. He's going to be in there, and that's a pitch for strike one to Benson. Ferguson with the 4.74 ERA. I remember earlier in the year it was a 1. That tells you how bad he's been. He gets Benson to hit to center field. Canario is under it and makes the catch for out number 1. In fact, I want to see. I don't know if it'll show. Yeah, so if you guys just remember, I remember when his ERA was in the 1s. Look at that. Last week, 13.5. Last 15, 6.95. Last 30. Yeah, it's pretty unfortunate stuff. That's not what I want to show you guys. There we go. That's going to be in there. A called strike to Stevenson. 0-1 count. Looks like the Reds have somebody going up in the bullpen. Again, the Pirates looking to move to 48-0. Right now, though, I don't know if that's going to happen. That's going to be ripped foul. 0-2 count. 47-0 are the Pirates. Just no one's talking about that. Everyone's like, "Oh, sell the team." I don't know what you're talking about. The Pirates just keep winning. That's all they know how to do. 47-0. They are definitely a baseball team for sure. Here is the 0-2 to Stevenson. That's going to be fouled back. So the count remains at 0-2. Oh, and 2 count. As Ferguson likes to take his time. He's definitely using all that time. Geez, that's going to be outside ball 1. That clock is getting down to 1 second there. 1-2 count to Stevens. I just realized. I'm sorry, guys. I know you guys prefer to see the lineup there. Ferguson delivers. That's going to be in the dirt. He swung and missed. Bart applies the tag for out number 2, and that's going to bring up McLean, who is 0 for 2 with the strikeout. Batting 181, OPS of 624. Ferguson delivers, and that's going to be a breaking ball in there for a called strike. Cardinals up 1-0 over the Tigers in the 3rd inning. Cardinals looking really good as of late. Slow start, but they have been picking it up. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be high and outside for ball 1. Dodgers, again, getting swept by the Angels. That was very shocking. Twins up over the Indians. That one is delayed, apparently. Hold on 1 second. That's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 2. One, 2 count. Ferguson looking to Have a 1-2-3 inning. That'd be a rare sight for him as of late. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Very nice by Ferguson there to keep it 2-1 as we head to the bottom of the 7th. Again, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. If you think I'm doing any good, hey, why not hit that subscribe button? It's free. Again, I do a lot of Pirates games. I do also other baseball games as well. So, if you're a baseball fan, this is a great channel for you. I try to do one. It's averaging to about once every 2 days. I try to do 2 to 4 times a week. Really depends how busy I've been. Whether it's work, whether it's family related, whether it's just other things going on in my life. Again, football season is right around the corner, so hit that subscribe button. I'm doing it every weekend, barring any, trips with, family or whatnot. Bro, the Angels without Trout against the almighty Dodgers. I know, right? I don't understand. Baseball is so random. It's just one of the most random sports where, just the 8th or 9th hitter can just pop off and that'll be enough for you in one night or, it's just that type of stuff. I have no explanation. Yeah, again, it's just baseball is just one of those random sports. You can have the best record all throughout the regular season and then you're out first round of the playoffs. You never know. This guy with a 7.74 ERA could come in and, allow 1 earned run and 7. That's what's so cool about baseball. You just never know. Really what's cool about any sport, really. It's not just baseball. But you just never know what could happen on any given day. Like the Pirates, you would think the Dodgers are so much better than the Pirates. Well, the Pirates took a game from the Dodgers. I think they took 2 from the Padres earlier. So, again, you just never know. Maybe the Pirates are a lot better than what they're showing. They obviously aren't showing that, but, we've seen them play okay, especially the last few years. They started off the last 2 or 3 years with, decent Aprils and Mays, and that's why we love baseball. Heck yeah, you never know what can happen. You never know what can happen on any given day. The Cubs are now on top of the Marlins, 4 runs in the 6th. So sorry, Pirates fans. Us Pirates fans. Again, it doesn't we're in any it matters. But Cubs up 7-6 over the Marlins. So Lion Richardson comes in. First pitch, Pham hits this to right, and that's going to be out number 1. So 1 pitch, 1 out for Tommy Pham. As I heard people boo. I guess they just, what the heck was that? 1 pitch, 1 out. So that's going to bring up Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, batting .276, OPS of .672. Richardson deals, and that's going to be outside ball 1. Also random, you trade away old talent, then you play the team in the playoffs, and that player wins the game against you. It make you bream with madness. Yes. I know he's the Braves guy. Outside ball 2. I don't even know why this is down. I don't even use that. 2-0 count. Yep, that's how it goes. Except Pirates don't have to worry about going to the playoffs anytime soon, I don't think. Here's the 2-0. That's going to be outside ball 3. So Richardson went from a 1 pitch, 1 out to a possible 4 pitch walk. Don't want to jinx it. 3-0 count. This will probably be something he can hit. That's going to be, that's close. That's rolled a called strike. Bullpen last 9 games for the Reds, 2.65. IKF chopper to third. Barehands it. Oh, he can't get it. Eats up Espinal. So IKF with the infield single. So the tying run is aboard with 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Yeah, we'll trade Paul Skeens and we'll become good, and then we face Paul Skeens in the playoffs. Haven't had to face Garrett Cole or anybody like that because obviously we trade them all away after we stopped going to the playoffs, and we were mid then, and then we became terrible. It's kind of a sad life All right, it's going to be Spencer Horwitz. He's pinch hitting for Triolo. Batting 167. Again, he's only appeared in 2 games. If you play MLB The Show, playoffs. Don't talk about the playoffs. Yeah, never. Not with this team. Here's the first pitch. That's going to be down low, ball 1. If you play MLB The Show and you play as the Pirates or a team that's on a budget, Spencer Horwitz, platoon him against righties. This guy will get you 30 home runs and he'll bat 300. I am not even kidding. I have the videos to prove it. Here is the 1-0. That's going to be down low, ball 2. So if you're an MLB The Show fan, check out those. Again, I stopped that because I just wasn't getting any views for it, but it was still pretty neat to do. I do kind of want to finish the season, but then again, it's like, well, I've already committed to this. I don't know. Here's the 2-0. That's going to be in there, a called strike, as Horwitz will clean up his batter box with just shuffling the feet, shuffling the dirt around. 2-1 count to the left-handed hitting Horwitz. Swing and a miss. Strike 2 and a ball in the dirt. Could have been definitely ball 3 there, but I guess he just got eager and reaching down low. 2-2 count. Richardson sets. And delivers. Horwitz fouls this one back. So the count will remain at 2-2. There's a chance I don't work Friday. I was told some things happening at work. Wednesday and Thursday for sure. Friday might not. So I might be able to do some UFL Friday. If you guys are interested in that, I'll be probably doing it. Here's the 2-2. This one's going to be hit to second. There's 1. There's 2. A double play. So Horwitz hits into a double play as we head to the top of the 8th. They're showing cotton candy, man. I haven't had cotton candy in forever. I haven't had sugar in 22 days now. Oh, my gosh. I'm dying. I need sugar. Anyway, we're heading to the top of the 8th. Your score, Reds 2, Pirates 1. Come on, a single to left. You're funny. You're funny, Trisk. You're a funny guy. Again, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. If you think I'm doing an okay job, hit that subscribe button. Again, I do a lot of these baseball games, trying to do at least 2 to 4 a week. I can't do them every day, obviously, just with work and other things going on in my life. But I really do try to get here in front of the camera as often as possible. A Dumble, yeah. Jaguars doing UFL. Dang it! I don't know if I can now. He's going to eat into that. I got to do it anyway. I don't know. We'll see. Depends. If there's a good baseball matchup, that might sway me away. But I really need to start getting that football thing going. But anyway, yeah, if you're a baseball fan, football fan, definitely hit that subscribe button. Again, it's free. It really won't cost you a dime. I made sure of it. YouTube really wanted me to charge you guys, but I'm just like, no. I mean, these negotiations started way back in 2015. Yeah, that's right. It took me 10 years to make this a free channel for you. So definitely don't let that work go to waste. Hit that subscribe button. It's free. I really don't think you'll regret it. You will probably have difference of opinion on a lot of things. I'm just a guy that thinks differently than most others, especially social media people. Don't get me started on that brain rot. But yeah, no, I think it'll be a fun channel for everyone. And I do plan on covering baseball until regular season ends and probably do a few baseball games in the playoffs. And then, of course, once football's hit here in late August, I'll be doing it every week, barring probably the middle October. I probably won't, because that'll be like the anniversary. We'll probably go somewhere. Probably take the wife. Wonder where we'll go this year. We went to Padre Island. That was fun. Anyway, we're back here in the top of the 8th. As Solak will move to second. David Bednar's going to make an appearance. He's 0 for 4, 4.26 ERA. He has pitched a lot better. That's going to be in there for a called strike. He really has. I mean, he started off the year so terrible. I'm sure us Pirates fans remember that. Him and Holderman just letting the Marlins series should have been a 4-0 sweep. And honestly, what could have been? Here's the 0-1. That's going to be a chopped foul. I mean, we sweep the Marlins. We're 4-0. The mentality of the team probably all-time high. You never know. It could have been we could be around 500. We could be above 500. Since May, the Pirates rank first with starting pitching 1.95, bullpen 23rd with a 5.14. That's insane. That's in the Dirt Ball 1. Did you find the Redskin lanyard? I did not. It's on my desk. I'm not a Redskins fan, by the way. I am a Steelers fan. I want to make that clear. Ball 2, I just, they don't make Redskin stuff anymore. So, yeah, it's a piece of my childhood. Those were iconic uniforms. Like, I miss them. I miss them a lot. 2-2 count here to TJ Friedel, batting .266. He's 1 for 3 today. Here's the 2-2. Friedel staying alive, as that one's going to be fouled back. It's good to see Bednar finding his stuff again. Of course, I hope that's not the announcer's jinx, but happy for him again. He's been really good for us for a few years now. Bednar sets and delivers. That's going to be, he checked his swing, ground ball to third. Hayes throws to first, but Friedel beats it out for an infield single. Nick, how's it going? What's up, fellas? I just got up a little bit ago. Best logo in sports was the Redskins. Very solid logo, man. Yeah, I miss it. I do miss them. I do. The Washington Redskins. Touchdown, Washington Redskins. I just hear that call, which on NFL Films is the only way I know about that call. But I actually copy that call for the local high school. Kirbyville Wildcats, I'll say it in the same tone. Really cool. Here's the first pitch to Espinal. That's going to be down low, ball 1. 1-0 count to Santiago Espinal. .273 batting average, 0 home runs, 10 RBIs, OPS of .642. Again, the Pirates have a lot on the line here. 47-0. They could drop their first game of the year, as that one's going to be fouled back. Strike 1. I mean, obviously here the Pirates sell the team. I don't understand why. It really makes no sense to me. Again, high-powered offense, great pitching. I mean, the Pirates have it all. Crowd is just, just a loud, ruckus crowd here. I mean, I don't see an empty seat. Bednar's going to throw it back to first. Doesn't get him in time. Redskins was such a cool name logo. It really was. It's a shame. Same with the Chief Wahoo logo. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be fouled. That's a bunt attempt, actually, and that was going to be fouled back. 1-2. Guardians isn't bad. It's not. Indians is just better. The logo's just better. It just was. But I like Go Guards. It's kind of neat, I guess, but then you got to think who's saying it. Oh, Browns fans. Okay, well then, you're an idiot. 1-2 count here at Espinal. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there. Strike 3 on the breaking ball. Right on the knees. Nice pitch. Froze him. Started off inside, breaking outside. A lot of break on that. Bednar, you can just see his stuff it's looking like it was a few years ago. I'm really pulling for him. Unfortunately, we really haven't had to use a closer because, obviously look at our record, so it doesn't matter. Astros race 3-3 in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch to Dela Cruz is in there for a called strike. I'm sorry, I didn't even see. Skeens pitched a gem and it got wasted. Yep, Skeens will be a Dodger. Okay, all right. I didn't even see the other comments. I'm sorry, guys. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be outside ball 1. That's one of my things. I say I read all comments. I'm not reading comments. Guess they ain't happy with the play of the team. Oh yeah, no, they're definitely not. Not sure how the Redskin logo was best, but it was near the top. Okay. 1-1 count. Got to throw over to first, and he's not in time. 1-1 count, 1 out. Top of the 8th. Top of the totem pole. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be hit to left. Pham doesn't find it in time. It's off the wall. Pham's going to throw it. Friedel's going to go home. Throws not in time. Friedel scores on the RBI. I don't know if it's a triple, but he is on third. Probably going to be a double because the throw home made him move to third. Yeah, it's going to be a double. So just like that, it's 3-1. I don't know what Pham was doing. It's like he stopped running. Okay, he was just trying to judge the bounce. It just initially, I'm like, what is he doing? Kind of looked a little lethargic off his reaction time. Again, he's a little older of a guy, so he's not going to be the, lightning fast out there with his reflexes and speed. That was our star free agent signing, by the way. Tommy Pham. So runner on third with 1 out, and in steps in Hayes, who did knock in Cruz earlier in this one. He's 2 for 3, batting .326, OPS of .977. Bednar sets and delivers. Checked his swing. He went strike 1. And again, I was saying how Bednar was doing great as of late. Then he allows a run. It's just a really good hit. So announcer's curse. I'm sorry, guys. That's on me. 100% on me. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be outside. Ball 2. 2-1 count. Bednar sets and delivers. This one's going to be hit up the middle, and Ellie is going to score, and that's going to make it 4-1 Reds. So the Pirates' undefeated season is in jeopardy right here. 47-0 could very well become 47-1 as the Reds take a 4-1 lead in the top of the 8th. Infield playing in, and Ellie just jogs on home. Pirates only with 1 run. You just don't see this. The Pirates are usually one of the best offenses in the league. I swear, they averaging 7-8 runs a game. It's incredible what they're doing. Just tonight, man, just one run. That's just shocking. It's just shocking. Here's the first pitch. That's going to be in there, called strike. As again, the Pirates not actually 47-0, believe it or not. And that might be hard for you guys to believe. 15-32 and haven't scored over 4 runs in 23 games. Probably going to be 24. Here's the 0-1. That's in the dirt. Bart couldn't find it, so Hayes is going to move to second. As you just see, the Pirates just falling apart right before our eyes. Bednar's pitch got away. Why do they even let Bednar pitch? He will allow another run. Do not forget they give up 3 more 3+ run innings than any other team in the MLB. Well, it's trending that way. Bednar had been looking really good. In fact, let's see here. I don't know if it's live. I know we have a Holderman warming up. Okay, that's great. Looking at his last few games here, that's going to be in there, called strike. Last 15 games, 3.46. Last 7 games, 3.0 ERA. So he had been pitching really well. Right now he's just getting lit up. Bednar sets and delivers. That's going to be ripped to the right, but fouled. 1-2 count here to Gavin Lux. I'm sorry again. I forgot to switch the lineup. I know you guys prefer that. He's 2 for 3 on the day. 298 batting average. OPS of 801. The former Dodger looking pretty good. Here's the 1-2. Lux fouls this one back. Again, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. If you're a Pirates fan, well, we could all just have Pirates therapy right here on this channel. As this is going to be one of the worst seasons, I think. I don't know. I think this will probably be the worst season in the last 33 years, as this one's going to be fouled back. Let me actually look. I think didn't they have a 50, 59, 58? I could be wrong. Here's the 1-2. That's going to be inside for ball 2. All right, let's see. Season by season. They had a 61. You can't see that. 61 and 101. Obviously, you can't include the the COVID-19. So they had 50. They were 57 and 105 in 2010. But that was, good things were coming. We kind of all figured that. 2-2. Swung on a miss. He struck him out. 53. Oh, that's strike. Strike shortened. Yeah. Do you guys think we get a 57 and 105 here? You think that's possible? I think it's possible. Bro, trade Skeens for 1 average opening pitcher, 2 bullpen arms, and 1 decent slugger. Yeah, 2010. Yeah, I know. I don't know, Luis. I really don't want to do that. I know it's probably what's best for both parties, but I just don't want to be a revolving door. I'm sick and tired of that. That's going to bring up Steer. He is 1 for 3. We have a mound visit here. It looks like we are going to see a pitching change here, as Bednar is going to exit, responsible for the runner on second, as the Reds are up 4-1 as you hear the boos. Bednar smiles when he hears the boos. That's funny. I don't know, guys. What do you guys think? Do you think it's possible? I mean, we're 15 and 32. I mean, if you look at the winning percentage, we are on pace for a worse season. I don't think that pace would continue, but it's doable. It is doable. I don't know. I've seen better. I've definitely seen better. It's crazy to think. I would think, wow, we're never going to be that bad again. Nope, we're that bad. We're worse, actually. Again, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. I do a bunch of baseball games. Trying to do 2 to 4 games a week, just depending on the work schedule. It is mostly Pirates games, but I do other games as well. So don't feel like it's just a Pirates channel. Let's see here. Football. Yeah, you like football? Definitely hit that subscribe button. We're doing football in the fall. So there is that. And don't hesitate to comment, chat about whatever you like. I do read all comments. That was my bad earlier. I didn't even notice. You guys just all spammed me at once. Kajume Kaiju. Yeah, again, you do thank you for stopping by. I do apologize not reading that whenever you did post that. Kajume Kaiju. I don't know if that's South Korean or Japanese. I do watch anime. I'm actually watching some anime lately. I hated anime, never liked it. Just thought it was weird. And then lost a bet, watched it, liked it, stopped watching it. Now I'm kind of starting to watch it again. But, it's just not much entertainment on regular TV. So that's kind of why I do that. Padres did that with Juan Soto. They got Michael King, Randy Vasquez, and it did. You're right. It did. It's just with Skeens, we have 4 more years of control. Soto had already used most of his league control by then. So I don't know. It's just I'd rather keep him. I know and I don't want to force him. I mean, if he really legit wants out, like, hey, trade me, I don't want to pitch for you guys. You guys are bums. And I'll totally understand it because he's competitive. He wants to win. And if the Pirates ownership isn't going to show that same type of passion, then what the heck are you doing? So we got a pitch comm issue. Looks like we're going to head to the mound here as Bart's going to meet up with Holderman to figure this out. It's a little brief stoppage of play as the Pirates bat boy is going to walk out and jog back. So I don't know. I just feel like we have more control. I mean, unless we just got like a ton of talent. Like I'm talking about like top-notch prospects or proven young major leaguers, I wouldn't move them. That's going to be outside ball one as that's first pitch to Steer. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you're probably right. That's just me. Like, I would need so much. Like, it would have to blow me away. That one's ripped, but foul. 1-1 count. Again, this game on FS1, it's probably why most of you guys are here. So, obviously, they can't show it on MLB TV or MLB, the MLB app. Here is the 1-1. That's going to be hit to short. IKF throws to first, and it is out at first. What a pick. That was a really close play. I wonder, they're going to call. They're actually going to check it. They're not going to check it. Good throw, good snag. So that's the end of the top of the eighth. Again, your score 4-1, Reds leading. Also, again, I have this ticker here, so if you're wondering what's going on in other games, even Premier League, look at that. I got you covered. There you go. Never ask me what the score is. If you ever do, I mean, I'm not even gonna. You're banned for one day. Like, I will not respond to anything else after that. Like, it should be. I'm kidding. I probably won't, but I'll be like, bro, what the heck? Again, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. I do call random games, mostly Pirates games. Hopefully you enjoy the content. If you think I do a decent job, hit that subscribe button. Again, this is what I do. If you want to recommend a game, I'll do what I can to make that game happen. And again, NFL is right around the corner. Same with college football. And I'll be here every weekend. And then, of course, once like the MAC type stuff happens where they play on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I'll be doing those games during the week after baseball season, of course. So, yeah, this will be I think a fun channel for you. It's a channel for sports fans everywhere. So hit that subscribe button. Bottom of the eighth coming up for the Pirates. Brian Hayes, McCutchen, Reynolds. So really just the top of the lineup here. So you got to feel like this is probably the last chance for them. I mean, after that you have Bart, Canario, and Solak. I mean, Bart isn't too bad. Canario's been hitting better as of late. So you do have some options. But after that, I don't know if you'd really, have much faith in those hitters, which would be, Solak, Pham. IKF is okay. He gets on base. Triolo. Well, you got pinch hit for Horwitz. I don't know. It's just a sad lineup. It's a very sad lineup. Horwitz with a nice defensive play. They're showing the snag at first, as that's going to bring up Brian Hayes, batting .246, OPS of .601. Barlow, the new pitcher for the Reds. That's going to be in there, a called strike. I want to get a drink of water. Oh, 1 count to Hayes, and that's going to be in there, a called strike with a lot of break on that one. Oh, my gosh. 0-2 count. Barlow sets and hits a ball to third. Espinal snags it, throws to first for out number 1. Who was the better Pirates pitcher? Oh, boy. Trisk, are you there? Sean, I'm sorry. Trisk is probably going to have to answer this question. Oh, and Trisk probably leaves me. If that's the case, if he's gone, I will go and do my usual brief research on Baseball Reference. That's going to bring up Andrew McCutchen, and that's going to be low for ball one. Trisk can get you the answer. I might have to just start. Go ahead. So, Neil Heaton. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be in there, a called strike. Neil. 82-93. Trisk would definitely know this era. Strictly Pirates. Looks like he didn't do too bad. 21-19. 1-1. That's going to be... Is that outside? Rule out a ball? 2-1 count on a entry. That pitch was in there. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Strike two on a ball that was more outside. I will never say Tom when he was average. Kent Tekulve? All right, so not bad. Heaton here, and then I'm going to go. So he's going to say Neil. 2-2's in the dirt. I want to look at Randy here. Interesting. Oh, dang, did he get hurt did an injury end his career? McCutchen 3-2, that's going to be fouled in foul territory. That's going to be a souvenir. Oh, wow. Neil would bring the heat. I don't know. Looking at these stats here. Look at that. 2.98. Dang, what happened? So that's a shame. It looks like, I don't know. You guys would know. Looks like he got injured. I'm looking at Tomlin. Just looking at the stats there. The only time I would say Tomlin is good. Above average, even. Here's the 3-2. McCutchen sends this one foul. No, I'm not talking about Randy Tomlin, by the way. 3-2 count here to McCutchen. Pirates need something. Barlow sets and delivers. McCutchen staying alive here as he fouls this back. Neil would bring the heat. Little fun fact here for Steelers fans or NFL fans here. Mike Tomlin, if he loses his next playoff appearance, he will tie an NFL record. Here's the 3-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. McCutchen goes down. He will tie an NFL record for most playoff losses in a row with, I believe, 7. He might already have had it. They were so close. I've been thinking about it for days and wanted to ask the good doctor. Well, I'm sorry, man. The doctor, again, I mentioned before, when it comes to 90s and before, I know very little. I have to literally look at stats. Trisk was alive and well for the late 70s, 80s, and 90s, obviously past that as well. I don't know if you watch much Pirates baseball, as that's a 1-0 to Reynolds in the 2000s, 2010s. Trisk is a Gen Xer. Here is the 1-0 to Reynolds. Reynolds chops this one foul. Come on, guys. Mike Tomlin is a very good coach. He keeps troublemakers under control, wins a lot of games. Ha! Oh, yeah, he does, man. He does for sure. Oh, Nick. Oh, I just don't want to think about it. This literally, okay, whatever. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be outside ball, too. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to be optimistic with the Steelers. Obviously, there's reason to be very pessimistic, but when you're 15-32 in baseball, you have to look forward to something. That one almost hit Reynolds. Reynolds does a good job to get out of the way there, so it's 3-1. Nick, you are too funny. Oh, man. 3-1 count. Pirates 4 outs away from losing their first game of the year. Again, 47-0. Very impressive stuff. So this is a very shocking start for them. Just only 1 run through 8 innings. I don't think that's happened in a while. Here's the 3-1. That's going to be ripped, but foul. Just fouled. Oh, man. Probably would have been a double there. Easy. He may have already lost 7 in a row. Hold on. 16, 17, 20, 21, 23, 24. He's already 0-7. Never mind. Reynolds hits this. Oh, but the first baseman was hugging the right field line and makes the snag and throw to first for out number 3. So we head to the top of the 9th. Your score, Reds 4, Pirates 1. Get another meaningless hit. Man, you don't like... All right, let me look at this. Is he actually 0-7? He might actually... So he might break the record. There's no way. Okay, I might be wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... No, he's at 6. Okay. Yeah. 4, 5, 6. Okay. Yeah, Marvin Lewis holds the record with 7. Say, Bengals fans, sorry. You see here, I'll show good old Marvin Lewis. Bengals legend. 0-7. Never won a playoff game. Of course, it's tough. AFC was pretty tough. Then again, he lost to like the Texans a few times. The Steelers twice. Yeah, that's tough. D-backs got the Dodgers tonight. I'm headed into work. Have a good night. Have a good night, Nick, as well. You have a good one. Good luck with the Dodgers. Anyone that plays the Dodgers, I root for 100%. So hopefully you guys do well. Again, if you guys like what you see, hit that subscribe button. I do a bunch of random games. Today's game is Pirates. I mean, I do mostly Pirates, but I do other games as well. That's how I met Luis. Luis is a Mariners-Padres fan. Nick loves the D-backs. So, I mean, I'm not hesitant to, spread my wings and check out other games. Pirates making me question a lot of decisions here. Good night, Nick. Nick at night. So he begins the night shift. Should be a great game. Yeah, I know. I would have done it had it not just started so late. And I mean, it's going to start late pretty much most of the time. I just need to get some rest. So I got to get up early tomorrow. So the Reds are at the plate. They're going to bring up Will Benson, who had been on fire since being called up in May this season, but 0 for 3 tonight. And Holderman is going to stay in here for the top of the 9th. I am going to try to do a Mariners or Padres game in the near future, and of course Red Sox. I haven't done a Red Sox one in a while. I need to get back to those teams. Here's the first pitch. That one's going to be hit down the left field line. That's going to stay fair. Pham's jogging on over. Benson's going to move to second for a sliding double there. So the Reds already with the runner in scoring position with nobody out. Come on, Doc. Nuts call too. I don't know. I don't think I got that. I don't think I could. I do need to get my voice. Eventually I will. I need to start doing that because football is going to be all day. For college football, for me, it'd be 11 to whenever. And then obviously on Sundays, 12 to, I don't know if I'll do the Sunday night. I probably won't for the most part. But I'll definitely be doing 2 games for Sundays. Saturdays will be possibly 3 to 4. Nah, probably 3. That'll be fun, though. I can't wait. I really can't wait. That'll be fun. 0-1 count here to Stevenson. That's going to be in there for ball 1. Okay. Again, this umpire tonight has been pretty bad. I'm not going to lie. Been bad for both sides, not just a Pirates fan complaining. Just a really bad umpire. 1-1 count. Holderman looks back and delivers. That's going to be off the glove of Bart, and Benson is going to jog to third as you hear the boos raining in Pittsburgh. I hope I hear a sell the team chant. That'll make it worth it. Bart, more of a offensive catcher, not exactly known for his defense. 2-1 count. Holderman sets and delivers. That's going to be high for ball 3. 3-1 count to Stevenson. Pirates just, like I said earlier, they scored in the first. I'm like, well, this might have been as good as it got, and sadly, I've been proven right. Here's the 3-1. Checked his swing, but he went on a ball outside, so the count moves to 3-2. Yeah, he definitely went. Hopefully, we get a sell the team chant. That'll make it all worth it. Runner on third, nobody out. Holderman sets, looks over at Benson, and delivers. Stevenson staying alive as the count will remain full 3-2. Three and 2 count. Benson not really with a huge lead. Reds honestly have it in the bag. The Pirates have yet to score over 5 runs since, the last 23 games. That's going to be inside ball 4. Holderman's asking where it was, but that one was inside. So first and third, nobody out, and the Reds are just looking to add on even more. Reds with 10 hits and 2 walks, so 12 base runners. They've knocked across 4. Pirates with 5 hits and 1 walk. So, yep, Holderman delivers to McLean, and McLean's going to hit this to right field. Reynolds is there to make the catch. Benson's going to tag up. Reynolds throws to second. So a sacrifice fly makes it a 5-1 game here in the top of the 9th. Just a sad team, sad performance, and a beautiful ballpark. Reynolds calling off Canario, which usually Canario's the center fielder, but I guess Reynolds has more of the experience. In steps in Friedel. He is 2 for 4 tonight. Takes a strike. Batting .271, 3 home runs, 17 RBIs, 743 OPS. Holderman delivers. That's going to be low for ball 1. 1-1 count to Friedel. Again, this game on FS1 for some reason. You have to imagine that FS or Fox Sports is kicking themselves after they see how the Pirates have been. I imagine this was decided a long time ago. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be outside for strike 2. Friedel didn't like the call, so he lets him know and then asks for time. Brewers up 4-1 over the Orioles. Cardinals up 5-0 over the Tigers in the bottom of the 5th. Tigers again 31-16, just looking amazing. That's going to be in the dirt as Holderman beats Bart to it. That can tell you how much Bart just doesn't show much. Bart is not showing the hustle there. You can see again this team. Holderman beat him to the ball, and the ball was very much closer to Bart. Holderman running to it. I mean, you can tell Holderman's probably just frustrated. Holderman has looked really good until about June of last year. Then it all just started going downhill for Holderman. Here is the 2-2. This one's going to be chopped foul. Pirates prepared to fall to a terrible 15-33 record. Just absolutely sad. And meanwhile, the Reds, we're going to stay in the hunt there in the NL Central. Very close NL Central. Here's the 2-2. This one's going to be ripped to right field. That's going to get down. Looks like they're going to get another run as the Reds take a 6-1 lead here in the top of the ninth. The bullpen making this look like it was a blowout. As again, it was just 1-1 as we entered the top of the eighth. No, 2-1, pardon me. But now it's 6-1 because, again, the bullpen, Bednar and Holderman. Bednar allowing 2, Holderman allowing 2. That dynamic duo. That's going to be down low, ball 1. That was a dynamic, and I'm not even kidding. That was a great duo for a few years. Holderman would take the 8th inning. Really solid. Bednar close it out in the 9th, but they're both washed or something. That's going to be in there for ball 2. Again, that's just the umpire just not helping out Holderman. Holderman shaking his head. It's already rough as it is. Umpire not giving him any breaks. 2-0 count. Holderman delivers. That's going to be inside ball 3. 3-0 count. My voice dying now. Holderman delivers inside ball 4. 4-pitch walk. Holderman can't find the zone. Holderman looks so mad. It's just so sad what's happened to these players. They just have no... He's lost all his confidence. You can just see it on his face. Holderman, I mean, I don't know. I know as Pirates fans, we hate the guy. If you show promise, I will hold on to that promise because we acquire him. Looked decent with the Mets. Did struggle with us a little bit. Didn't appear in much. 2023, 3.86. That's not terrible. It's not bad for a reliever. Last year, 3.16. We have to keep in mind, of course, he had like a 1 for a very good amount of time and was just absolutely terrible in the second half of the year. And that is carried over this year. I feel for him. He probably needs to be sent down and just get out of your own head as that one is outside ball 1. One-0 count, runners on first and second. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 1 and a ball. Again, down low. He hasn't really touched the strike zone in a good bit. That's a little concerning. 1-1 count, 1 out, 2 runners on. Ellie hits this to right, and that's going to get down. Reynolds hustling to it. He throws it in. That scores a run. That moves the runners second and third now with 1 out, and I imagine that's probably going to be it for Holderman. I'd be shocked if he stays in again. As just the Reds are just taking it to the Pirates. Pardon me. Very, very just sad. So that's going to bring up Hayes. With runners on second and third. Holderman sets. And delivers. Ground ball to third. They're going to hold the runner at third. Hayes does a good job there to throw it to first. Looking back at the third base runner for out number 2. So 2 gone here in the 9th. That's going to bring up Lux. I know it's frustrating for Pirates fans as I see that the viewer count just dipped low and low. It's like, what? This team sucks. I know. I'd probably be doing the same thing. Here's the first pitch to Lux. Checked his swing, but he clearly went strike 1. Lux is 2 for 4 of the day, batting .296, OPS of .796, 1 home run, 20 RBIs. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be hit foul. Strike 2. 0-2 count. Here's the 0-2. Checked his swing, but it's a called strike 3 as it landed in the zone. Finally gets a call. As we head to the bottom of the ninth, your score, Reds 7, Pirates 1. As, again, we just kind of look pathetic. But again, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. I try to keep it as cheerful as possible. There's only so much I can do, though, with the team that's 15-32. But yeah, if you're a Pirates fan or just a baseball fan in general, hit that subscribe button. Also, if you're a football fan, definitely hit that subscribe button as we're doing that. In August, I try to cover as many UFL games as possible, but I usually work Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays, so it's really tough for me to get to do one. There's the rare occasion that I am off or get home early or go in late. That it's just I just never know with the job how it works. But I will call one. I did have a great time this past weekend covering that UFL game between Houston and wow, I forgot the team name already. Houston. Son of a gun. The Panthers, Michigan Panthers. Yes, had a lot of Michigan Panthers fans in the chat. That was fun. But yeah, if you're a football fan, definitely hit that subscribe button. Feel free to comment down below as talk about whatever you'd like. Though again, this one's almost over as we are in the bottom of the ninth, about to be in the bottom of the ninth, and it's a 6-run game. And if you're going to say that the Pirates are going to score 6 runs to keep this one going, I would have you drug tested immediately. Because we're going to have Joey Bart, Canario, and Solak coming up to the plate. I am not. Bart and Canario could do something. Solak, it's a great story. Pulling for him. Hasn't really shown much right now. And then if, we do see a fourth batter, we got Tommy Pham. So that's fantastic. I'm going to use that from now on, Pittsburgh. I don't know if you're still here. Probably left with everyone else. I don't blame you. But fantastic is amazing. It's unfortunate he's just not an amazing player. All right, so Suter's going to come out here to close things down in the ninth. Obviously not a save situation, but his ERA is a 1.82. So, again, they're showing that graphic. The Pirates, 6-17 in their last 23 games. They have not scored over 5 runs in that time, so expect it to go to 6-18, and then, of course, 24 consecutive games. So this is just very sad and very pathetic as this might be the worst Pirates team I've seen in my lifetime. That says a lot, as that's going to be in there called strike. 1 for 3 with a RBI double in the first. That's going to be a ground ball to second. Throws on the first for out number 1. No sell the team chance, or at least they're not letting me hear them. It's kind of sad. Again, I do thank everyone for choosing me as your entertainment tonight. Hopefully I did a good enough job for you to earn that subscribe button. It really does help me out. It really does. I do appreciate it. Just helping the little guy out. If you haven't done a good deed all day, then there you go. As Canario hits it to second. He's hustling down the line, but that is out number 2. So 2 away, 3 pitches, 2 outs, and that's going to bring up Nick Solak. So again, I do appreciate everyone for stopping by tonight. I will hopefully see you guys in the next one, as the Pirates are just 1 out away from going 15-23. Solak takes a called strike. Reds looking to go above 500 and would do so with this win here. About to happen. 0-1 count. Solak ground ball to first. Tosses to the pitcher for out number 3, and that's going to do it. The Pirates get embarrassed at home yet again, 7-1. Wow, that's just sad. Again, 7 runs on 12 hits for the Reds, 5 hits on just one run for the Pirates. Just again pathetic. Extending that, 4 runs or less streak to 24 games. I do appreciate everyone for stopping by. Dodger Steve, I'm sorry, Sean, I can't. Not tonight. I'm going to do double headers soon. I really do need to get that ready for football season, because I'm going to be using that voice on Friday night for obviously high school, but then obviously I have to go all day on Saturdays and Sundays. But no, I will not be covering Dodgers D-backs tonight. We'll see. Maybe next few days I will. But I will see you guys hopefully around the corner next video or whatnot, next live stream. Hit that subscribe button. That's all I got to say. Thank you very much for choosing me as your entertainment. I will see you guys later. Y'all have a good night. Y'all take care. Peace.